And we are live. Finally, it is that time of the year again. What do you think, Chiv? What are we thinking?
Hey, what's up? Hi everyone. Hope you guys are ready for the push showcase and predictions. What's good?
I mean, let's just take it easy. No need for formal introductions. I'm not some here. Hi. Yeah.
This guy isn't even showing up in the overlay.
I mean, look, it's chill. I'm probably just gonna be popping in every now and again, anyways.
Yeah, he's just actually recording. So
Yeah.
he's not actually here. But
I am. I don't know. I'm that one guy who could make predictions about the future.
yeah.
Nostradamus. That's the one. Yeah.
Is this a chip pool?
I
No.
just know everything, man.
Yeah.
It's a Chiv
It,
influence pool.
yeah, I helped out I helped with a lot of picks or like a lot of feedback, so I tried to do a lot of polishing, but I thought overall it was pretty good. So we'll see how it goes. We have formal introductions. IDK you guys.
What?
This guy's asking for formal introductions.
Formal introductions? Nah, dude. That's
No, no. Uh,
come on. No, I don't know. Look,
Bliss. This guy's begging in Twitch chat right now. This guy, he needs the introduction, bro. He's asking, dude. Is the push showcase edited? No. It's just a regular showcase. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Um,
We can just get started with number one while we do the introductions.
yeah. Oh, where's Rizoa? Where is Rizoa? Where is he? Girls, legend, you know my one.
God, I love horse girls. Except this song is actually so good as well.
Oh my god.
Even if you don't like gacha games and Uma Musume, this song just goes.
The lie. Anime
Something to know
haters
about-
of the world unite.
I think it's actually outdated SR on the bottom. I think it's only like 6.9 stars now. I think it's 7 stars.
Yeah, it's nerfed to
Yeah.
6.9.
So,
Yeah, this will be a little bit all over the place, it might seem, with difficulty. We have some of the more mechanics focused picks, those get a little bit on the harder side. Some more gimmicky stuff got a little bit easier, but are more in line with what should be the difficulty that we're aiming for.
yeah, for sure. Something to know about this map is that it is very long, which I think is good for qualifiers because it's like a true test of consistency. And usually since qualifier pools are so short, it's nicer to have the lobby go a little longer than expected compared to like your average 3-minute number one.
And since we're doing one run, like shouldn't be that big of an issue. Still
The
take
key
less
is a
than an actual match.
Yeah, heroes are pretty consistent overall. Large jump difficulty with some streams, so I don't think any aim player is going to be complaining. Yeah, there's one stream in this map, and it's not even spaced, so I think it shouldn't be a problem for anyone.
That's basically it. That's the map for. I think it's like 3 repeats of the chorus, basically.
Yeah, it's 3 repeats of the chorus.
Yeah.
That's a source starter. There's some of them, so I don't think people should be celebrating this. Just some things that trip you up in this map. And a lot of these like very vertically influenced jumps, which is a big focus in this map.
True. Formal introductions.
Where is the formal introductions?
The formal introductions. We go alphabetically. You start.
Hi guys, my name is Miles. I got second in USA tryouts and didn't put myself on the team. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's just that guy.
Yeah. Oh, look who it is actually.
Screw you, Jay. Hey, look.
Yo, he left! He left! Bro telling me in my DMs, oh my god, I got so outclassed in the tryouts by one guy. Bro, you beat them! Didn't want to play. I'm upset, dude. I wanted to see Miles run it back in for WC. Like the fact that you don't have a 4WC badge and you're not taking this one, like, whatever, man.
You can flame him more later when he's actually in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think
When
the team would
when
win
the
if he was
shield
playing.
starts.
But yeah, there's the stream, by the way. Myers didn't make it. Like, he's the guy who makes the team, but like, he chose to put himself on the team. Yeah, it's 9 notes. It's very short.
So that was
And yeah,
Miles. I am Nick. I've been hosting stuff for a while. I just took up 4WC. So hello there. It is now
Yeah.
my turn.
Honestly, this is like one of the only like actual raw aim maps in the pool.
Uma.
Uh,
I just saw the Uma sliders on the stream.
yeah. Is this Nomad 2? Mappool.
If you look at the top of the screen, you can see now playing Nomad 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, the pool will be on the sheet after the stream is done. After the showcase.
The snap is very easy on the timing as well. There's almost no rhythm switches whatever, so it's very metronome. So players will definitely have high AC besides misses, and these end jumps get a little harder. Oh, there's the vertical jumps. Oh my god, another slow slider.
The slow slider.
There's so many ticks on that. Alright. On to Nomad 2.
Relentless suffering.
Relentless Suffering Nomad 2.
Actually, me in the background when Nomad 2 is 200 BPM.
Yeah. So we got some DCS Nomad 2. This guy's been kind of the custom mapper, but not even custom. I don't even know if he custom maps these, but like, he just makes a bunch of meta Nomad 2s.
Oh, this specific one is a custom. I don't remember from what tournament. Some like small random
It's-
tournament. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
DCS is like one of the Black Vultures gang, the Metal Mappers Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, this number 2 more focused on a couple shorter streams. Since we're at the 200 BPM right off the bat, we don't want to kill people with Gunga stamina.
For sure. Although I do agree that I think 190 would have been too low, considering the rest of the pool structure, there wasn't that much tapping. So I think it's good to have some stamina inducing streams here.
Yeah, it's a good filler pick.
Right.
It's well.
KV, this one's all me. For sure. KV and cut people on the Nomad too. Yeah, somebody's gonna miss on these jumps.
Oh yeah. You're there thinking, oh, it's 200 BPM. I'm gonna put my speed player in for the number 2. Oh wait, there's jumps.
Oh,
Jumps.
so much aim. Oh, USA will release Gavi on this map. Canada releases Tripoli. Well, I don't think that's an option actually this year.
Does Illustrium have other like, popular songs? The name sounds familiar, but it might just be me confusing it with Ailstorm.
I can check.
I'm checking as well.
They only really got this 100 song on Osu.
Damn.
The song was used for the OWC map as well. By It's Winter. How many maps in the pool? It should just be 10. So it's 4222.
Yeah, classic structure.
Yeah.
This section here has like a couple longer streams to make up a little bit. Like people who don't have the raw stamina for these longer streams will be able to get a good score regardless. But then for the ones that do have that skill cap, here's some longers. Get that extra little score, that extra little flex.
So nervous. Why is the SR 6.44? It's because it's showing old SR. The new SR on this is like 6.7 or 6.8.
It actually
Start.
switches to the new SR when we're not in the map.
Yeah, it's just the new SR afterwards. So it actually just jumped a stage and a half.
Noma 3.
Oh my god.
Or comfort.
What a classic.
This do be
Make it.
a
I'm not making fucking that. Fucking ain't nothing like a funky beat. We got some control outs.
Nice little 140 BPM aim control alt map. Probably a comfort pick for a lot of alt players as well. This is quite a popular map, so I'm sure the alt players have played this many a times.
Yeah.
I've not looked at Hideki Naganuma's Twitter in a while.
Dude, he's actually like a menace, bro.
Is he still a menace?
I don't think he's ever stopped.
Hell yeah.
Actually, like, I just said that only one guy really maps Hideki on those two, and he only mapped 2 of the songs. There's RTY's and I think if you explore the rest of Hideki's discography, it's really diverse, especially if you go into the rest of the Jet Set Radio stuff, and some of the Sonic stuff as well is really good. But
is it an OLC map?
Yeah, there's an OFC map called Let Mom Sleep or whatever. That's the other one. I think they moved the set to Blixies, but besides that, I think those are the only 3 maps that people ever see.
That's very unfortunate. Damn.
Yeah. What maps were they? Yeah, no, besides this one, there's another one by RTY Zen called oh shit, let me search it up, hold on. It's called like Hideki oh, there's 4. There's Skygrinder. I forgot that's also Hideki. He has a name change. That was for Perennial. And Pumpin' Jumpin' is the other one by RTY Zen.
Yeah. And Yaspo map.
Yeah, there's a Yaspo one
as well. Yeah.
They play very differently actually. The Yaspo one is much more like raw out, I think. I mean, this one has a lot more aim control and reading, but the other one is like kind of like just very large spacing between patterns where you end up side breaking so much.
Yeah, just classic Yaspo, half slash, that type of mapping.
Yeah. Yo, Chip, remember this in Kanyo? I do, bro. Yeah. I think when it comes to qualifiers, I think it's natural to lean towards more consistent maps in favor of pulling more creative stuff because people really care about quality of qualified maps in order to perform well. Yeah, I know, Gabe, dude, like, there's no way you play this map, bro. Your team is fucking 10 million alt players, bro. You're safe, dude. Like, you don't gotta touch this, bro, when you have fucking Conrad and RNG and Twilight that just get through AFC every single time. It's fine. Well, Miles would be the 4th FC, but he doesn't want to play.
Unlucky, man.
Alright. That's all good. I mean, opinions are opinions. No mod 4.
No mod 4.
Funny map time.
Do you guys like sliders? Do you guys like BPM that doesn't matter? Who cares that this is 195 BPM?
Yeah, welcome to Mappool feedback channel, guys.
The feedback channel is now open for actual feedback instead of kuru spamming.
I saw Flux in the pool. I was like, well, we all know where this is going.
Yep.
But let's do it. Why not? If this has burst of 6, I'm ending it all. I don't think this map has a single burst actually. I think it's all aim control. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that's
actually-
BPM,
yeah.
that's like irrelevant.
I think when you look at it as a no mod 4 alone, I think it's a very rough pick because it only accomplishes one thing. But when you look at how this map fits in with the rest of the pool, I think it actually works quite well. So just be a little patient because there's a lot of other maps that work in conjunction with this in order to make the pool work.
Song sounds like farting. That's
But yeah, this song is ass. Like there's no defending this song. I'm not even gonna try. Like this song fucking blows.
it's a song's defense. It's not farting. It's metal in a blender. Oh, there's a burst. Watch out.
Honestly, like Chesku's kind of crazy for getting 99 on Score V2. Like people are getting 95 on this Score V1.
This also
Wait,
that's
what?
like the type of map that I love. How do you say it? It's the type of map that you see, like Krailer on Team Germany. He gets CFC, almost assesses, and the rest of his team gets a B rank.
Yeah.
And that's the type of map this is. And I think that's always like pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of footage that are gonna pop off on this map though.
Like we said, it works in conjunction with the rest of it. And this is not the only tech map. If we're talking tech, including other skill sets. We're gonna see a lot of low scores probably on this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mostly from the Yak.
Oh, that was Flugs.
That was Flug.
On to
Rip the
hidden
99.
one.
On to hidden one.
Oh my god.
It is a banger.
Cardinal Rave. We got some hidden flow aim, 4 hidden 1. What? Kind of like aim control, honestly. The flow aim is not that long. But hope this map is fun.
It's just a mix of a couple things. Low BPM tapping, flow aim, aim control, light tech. Just as a little bit of everything.
I think if you guys haven't played this version of the map, people actually say it's kind of better than the top diff. I think it's really fun with the snaps, and I think the flow is really enjoyable as well. You'll see what I mean right coming up to here, when instead of the kind of the back and forth, they're kind of just replacing the flowing patterns.
Yeah, the top diff is probably a little bit overdone. Like the classic Yusomi stuff.
Yeah, classic Yusomi, bro. That guy does not give a fuck about music representation. That guy does nothing for fun. I mean, it's fun. Like the maps are really good.
Yeah.
But not everyone appreciates that type of stuff.
Couple 1/6 burst here. Nothing too big. It's like, what even is there 1/6 BPM on this? Like 220 to 10, something like that, or 240. I think.
Not too
I
sure.
failed math.
Yo, Catburger wants to stop.
Okay.
I'm more excited to see what people's reactions to Hidden 2 are. That map is actually like, I know half the people are gonna hate the map so much because it's the mind block map of the century. It hasn't been pulled in such a long time though. Actually, like I think it hasn't pulled in at least like a year for any big tournament.
Especially in hidden. I feel like it's more about hard to pick.
Yeah. Actually, I think you were the last person to pull it
Yo,
in one of your version Delta tournaments.
possibly. On the easy then maybe, like.
Yeah. That was a hard rock map. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened to version Delta? You ever hosting it again?
Maybe at some point, yeah. I've just been busy with 3WC, 4WC and mapping.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, would you call Hidden 2 wet reading or creepy reading?
What'd you say? Oh, wet reading or the exact? I don't know, to be honest. Wet reading sounds kind
It's
of
a good
fair, to be
Hidden 2.
honest.
It's a good Hidden 2. Let me pull up the tweet.
Dude, I fucking hate this James Naismith guy, bro. He FCs every map, he doesn't want to play 4WC. Too busy drinking on every weekend instead of playing Osu. Honestly, good choice, but...
I mean, yeah. I would rather be drinking than playing Osu.
On to Hidden 2. That's a lie, I'm busy doing both.
I mean, clearly, if you're capable of seeing like everything in this pool, then yeah, you are doing
Yeah.
both.
Oh my god, this is gonna be funny.
Time to find out if it's creepy reading or wet reading.
Ricky SS! Wait, this is a broken play.
Yeah.
Wait, he SS the house stream. Wait, he's the GOAT. What? Anyways, it's Big Brother. We got some old map ARA in here. No, the house stream is not the easiest part of the map. Like there's no way you can say that, bro. That's gotta be some fake news, bro. How did he hit the house stream?
Chat, is this wet reading or is this creepy reading? I need to know. I need to know for future pools.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you, Saiga. This guy, every time I see him play a map, he's dropping 100k and he's SSing replay showcase every time. Like, what is up with him, man? Oh, I remember the house stream. Like, you know this. Like, I was already talking about the dude. Like, he SS the house stream. Wait, and for what tournament was it? Like, I remember playing with you in the lobby. Was it? Oh my god, it was Bibel 5. The fucking, it was. That was a Lyces tournament, which was like a one player above the rank, like 5,000, and 2 players below it.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. That was a really fun tournament. At least Jeremy avenged me and won Bivo 6 after he got second place in Bivo 5. Oh, where is it? The map purpose is actually really underrated. I almost never hear anybody talk about gens. It's really good, actually.
I mean, this is not a chance map, but yeah, it does make a good maps.
Mm-hmm. Kind of noticed. Oh yeah, I forgot this is not. This is still a. Is this still a Star Kirby map?
Yeah, this is Kirby. Kirby is the only one insane enough to make the house stream back in like 20
It's
seconds.
coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh. Oh, he did it, dude. He did it.
He just does it.
House stream has been successfully slain.
And now it is time for the first custom of the tournament. Unfortunately, the only custom of this map pool. But here we go.
Okay,
so,
this is what I'm in VC for, to hype the fooders custom.
Oh, he's
Let's
here to
Yeah.
go,
hype the
fooders, let's
custom.
go.
Yeah, so, remember we talked about how, No Mod 4 was all slithering? Well, here we are with Mechanical Tech and Hard Rock 1. Well, it's more like Consistency Mech Tech. This is also the hardest map in the pool.
Oh yeah.
It's really good though, like he did some works with this one. I think he really popped off. All the musical elements are really good. And makes sense.
And yes, the backup is Miku in a futuristic looking F1 Mercedes.
Maybe DT2 is a little harder. I can't. Nah, actually, this is probably the hardest one. It's hard to say. But we can have a skill cap pick. Rhythm game might just be dropping the FC every single time.
Yes.
Some streams. A lot of slider control. That part is like that type of softening thing is really cool that he does in the map.
Also, make sure to look at the diff names because you will be playing a nerfed version, and in case it's not obvious from the diff names, just look for the diff that says this is the right diff. And don't be like, OMG, I played the wrong one. Bruh.
Oh, into the Ki. Good luck hitting the out section.
It's actually pretty comfy.
Yeah, it's not like it's all flowing, so it should be fine. Alright, this is for sure the hardest map in the pool.
Yeah,
It's
it
okay.
is the hardest map of the pool, but it is also designed to be the hardest map.
Yeah.
Like that's the intent behind it.
See, when you don't call it when you call it a skill cap pick, then it will make sense.
Yeah.
Just reward players for having high skill cap for qualifiers. This is your map, dog. Yeah. That was like the biggest aim section I think in the map. That back and forth. Yeah, these trippers are really hard.
Also, these sliders are a little bit messed up. But they're definitely hittable. 4WC.
It is not 228 BPM, it's like 205. It just shows the highest BPM on the thing. It's not actually that hard.
It's 205.
Yeah.
It is also not CS 6.8. Like, this is CS. No, it's not.
This is just not CS 8.5. Unfortunately, this is just CS 6.5. I don't know what's going on at the bottom, but actually no, that just says 6. I think I'm blind. I have no idea what this map is, by the way. I've not even looked at this once. So like.
Oh, unlucky. It is that classic like RLC style if you played like Bitlander or his Demeter maps, like his normal maps. Except in the PI, like the choruses, there's some fucked up cuts, like this one. There's a lot of sections that are like a lot of little patterns that you can very easily miss on with match nerves and this being a precision map instead of just CS4. And a little bit on the lower side of the DPM, 170. The 1/3 section as well. And that's basically it for the rest of the map as well. It's pretty short, just under 2 minutes.
Somebody asked if the map was gonna be on the sheet after predictions or a showcase.
Which we can do like right after showcase while waiting for everyone to hop in for the predictions.
Dude, Josie, you actually have the most shaky aim in the world, but I'm actually scared about you missing. Oh my god. Alright, on to DT1.
On to the doubling time one.
Oh shit, we changed it. I don't know this map either, actually. Good luck.
How do you not know this map? This map is such a classic.
I've actually never seen this. It's a Froster map, so it's probably good.
I mean, yeah, you probably know Magic Girl.
Oh, it's just Magico too? Okay, I can tell it is because that streams. So this is like what, like 248 BPM probably?
Yeah. Yeah, the overlay's a little broken because this was a last minute change. It is... Yeah, let me just bring up the map in game since I have the game open. Just to double check.
Yeah. What if song is it on DT? It says 7.1.
7.1, 10.3 AR, 248 BPM. It is only 7, so it might feel a little easier on the AC. But with DT, that's still like OD9.
Yeah, so yeah, DT1 is speedy on purpose, because there is no DT3, so we had to mix skill sets in. So 10.3, AR actually 10, with 248 BPM jumps and streams.
It's 10.3, I don't know why it's showing 10.
Oh, it is 10.3?
Yeah.
Okay.
The overlay is just... It's just a bugged overlay because of the map being a little bit of a last second replacement. Yeah, like you said, with that lack of another DT and in general another speed slot in the pool, a little bit of a more bursty DT1 than you would normally find in a bracket stage pool. Looking back at stage, even the very first pool, the smallest pool, will have a speed map in Fremont plus another DT. So there, the DT ones will be more raw aim and consistency focused. But here, you get a little bit of a mix. On the topic of speed, DT2. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed.
I would shoot a Merry Christmas. Another map hitting that skill cap a little bit. Since people generally also tend to be better at DTs. Like the DT1 and the DT2 are a bit on the harder side. But that should make it a bit more fun for the DT players. Yeah, big ups to Malteser. He didn't even get out of it, he played this from bed. And yeah, lower BPM as DT2s go. Lower BPM than DT1, but a lot more tapping focus.
Oh, that part is so hard, the doubles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that little... it's not pure stamina. It's more interesting. More engaging than just brain dead tapping. And no, there's no DT3. Anything else you want to add, Chip?
It's your DT2, man. It's kind of a juicy song. That's so good. Oh, it's long as hell. It's like 3 minutes. Actually, 3 minutes is not even that long.
319. Yeah, it's a 5 minute Melmot.
It's really combo dense. Is this really a normal DT2?
Not
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I don't think I've seen this bolt before. Obviously, there's something wrong that people usually don't want to put in a normal DT2.
It's been cool for community tournaments. I think it depends on what you're looking for DT2. I think if you're looking for finger control stamina, I think it is actually a normal DT2. If you're looking for like one of those like raw, like nothing besides pure stamina, then it's not the same, obviously. But for qualifiers, I think it's good to mix skill sets to reward versatile players. Abolish slot pooling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And generally, like mixing a couple skill sets in the map makes it not boring.
Yeah. I mean, we could just sit here. We could pull. What's it called? We could just pull Kevlar skin. That one's pretty cool. Or we can use
map.
Yeah, let's just use we can use another stream fight. We can use what's it called? Shit. There's another one. Grimoire of Blue. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was it for the map pool. It will be on the sheet shortly. And we'll be back in a couple minutes with the prediction stream.
Yeah.
It is already on the sheet. Damn.
It's fast with it.
Thank you, Steve. And we will be back in a couple minutes when everyone has gathered up.
Right. Look who it is.
Night of Fire.
Merry Christmas, Miles.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you tell me why you didn't put yourself on the team? I need to know now.
Okay, so it was like a high ceiling versus a high floor thing, and I think the guys who are on the team have been playing really well recently. So I believe in their ability to utilize their high ceiling and not just be Mr. 400K like me.
Are you saying you're like yeah, I see. But Canada is like wait. That makes sense overall. I think Canada like we want to try out some new blood as well. I don't know if USA had the same mentality.
For us, it ended up being about new blood, but like initially we just wanted to make the team with the highest potential. So, and it's like
Yeah.
you think you think like why am I not on the team? Like think if I was on like over like some of the other people on the team, like they've been doing so well, like they deserve it too.
Fair enough. Just a Miles believer, but that's just me.
Yep, that's I did spank you around in O2MM like 3 years ago, so makes sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I
Alright.
don't remember this actually. Fuck you. I don't remember this at all. I'm just gonna choose not to remember it.
I remember. I was playing with like Floff. Like this is back when MadeBot was really active, and I think I queued up with Floff, and that was the first time I ever saw you.
Dude, I was probably trash, bro. I don't want to think about this now.
That or like I don't know Yuri Cup.
Yeah.
I know you played.
Oh my
Yuri
god.
Cup.
Yeah. There was like a
Alright.
time I was really active in tournaments, but you kind of completely quit tournaments during the time I was really active. And then I just quit tournaments again. Now you play recently, so actually, I don't even know if you. Yeah.
I kind of play these days. I signed up for Kanyo Cup, and I'm playing BOB. So
Okay.
we're
Let's
gaming
go.
right now.
Yo, come to tier 2.
Yo, maybe.
Me and Kanyo pulling tier 2 together.
I've gotta not get picked in tier 1 then.
I can't believe this Kanyo guy is saying he doesn't want to pull tier 1. Chib, let's sign up for something later, but I'm gonna get the actual retirement home, dude. But this time, it's so funny.
Hi, Chillier.
Oh, wait, he's here.
I think Chillier really wanted to play 4WC this year.
Oh,
Shit,
I
my
know.
mic
Like-
was muted.
Too bad this guy was like rank 100 or something.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
too
had a
bad he
whole
just
bit.
you have C level remote control. Too bad.
I had a whole bit I just did, and my mic was muted.
Mm.
It's over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does that play on stream?
I really hope that plays on stream. I didn't see myself light up.
Oh.
Is it work? Does it work?
Probably not.
It
Damn.
did? Okay.
Psycho,
Oh,
we need Yolks
yo.
Pie on the team. We gotta get Yolks Pie.
Where's Yolks Pie? Get him
Where's
in. Where's
Yolks? Someone get-
Malteser?
Okay.
This is eventful.
Are
I
we
like
are we
this.
doing? Yeah, are we doing this? Are we?
This is time.
We going? Are we going?
All right, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, paste all your predictions.
Alright, where's Canada?
I'm not
Wait.
ready. I'm not ready.
Alright. What is South Park? Wait, this is
Do
dope.
Do not copy and paste any of the images from the right-hand side of the spreadsheet.
Oh, where's Rizoa? Where is he
Where
needs
is
them? He needs them.
All right. Do we how do we
I mean, no need for preamble or any, stuff like that, right? Just Argentina, alphabetical order.
Argentina?
Are we just like starting?
Alphabetical
Like
order?
we
I
just
mean,
going?
what the hell else are we gonna do? Are we
Wait,
just
do
gonna
we
sit on our
do
hands?
this?
Like,
Do we do this in a weird way? Do we do this by like grab who you think gets each place and then work down, or do we do alphabetical? Like, or
I
do
think
we like?
alphabetic is just easier to keep track.
I think
of,
I need to.
personally.
I think I need to check the teams. I think it's interesting because like the problem is like if you do that, like we're gonna be discussing multiple teams at once. Well, if we do it alphabetical, we can discuss each roster in depth, which I think is a little interesting.
yeah. Okay. So I guess
don't
we'll
have
start
much
with
to say, we
Argentina
can just-
then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Woo! Argentina.
So this roster we have Captain Gaston GL, Amuro, BTG4, Kagami, Kaushi, Penguo, Streamkey, and Tofi. I see a few old names on this roster I'm really glad to be seeing playing again. Amuro is an old head, Streamkey's been around for a while, as well as Penguo, but I don't really
Yeah, it's like
recognize
a-
any of the other players.
it's a new and old, like half new, half old. I will let you know that BTG4 is kind of the 5K demon. This guy's really good overall. Always like almost like in every draft tournament, he's like first pick for all this rank range. Even in like 4-digit overall, he was really solid just because he's a huge all-rounder that can play almost any map. And Kagami as well, really good player. And as you said, players like Amuro, Penguo, really classic old players as well.
I don't know really where I put them though. Like, usually Argentina's like kind of in the middle of the pack. I would personally probably guess C tier, but not really too sure.
Yeah,
do
I mean that's
copy the flag. Like,
that's
how
my
does this
bad.
work? Oh, there we go. I can just control Shift V and copy the flag and not the
Okay,
code.
yeah, that works.
But yeah,
that
wait,
works.
where's the sheet? Am I trolling?
It is.
You are trolling.
You are trolling.
I just
I
went to
think-
the ref sheet.
The big thing about Argentina for me is that I think that although most of these players are pretty well known, the biggest thing is I don't think they have like open rank players, which a lot of the teams actually do have. So they don't have like very solo carry heavy players, and I'm worried how they do on more non-conventional stuff. I think the mechanics are great, so stuff like aim for Amuro and like speed for BTG4. But when it comes to stuff like those gimmick slots, I'm not too sure how it'll play out.
I think a lot of teams are kind of missing a lot of the open rank players. I feel like that you used to see in 4-digit World Cup. Kind of like even last year in 2022. I know we had a gap between 2020 and 2022 where everything kind of shifted a little bit, and anything before that always had some super open rank player playing for it. But last year definitely brought it down to earth for a lot of teams in terms of like overall composition, and the fact that the Argentina roster this year is almost completely different from the one that we saw show up for the tournament last year that made it all the way to quarterfinals. I would say that they're definitely slated to do as well as last year, if not potentially a little bit better. So it kind of depends.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I said C. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say C for now. I mean, we can move all of it like always at the end, so it's probably fun.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
I'll do
is
top eight.
this is already a
Actually-
combined top 16,
No.
right?
You know what? I'm doing top 8. I believe in Argentina. They're gonna
Okay.
go quarters again.
Okay.
They're going quarters again.
It's fair. It's fair.
Okay.
It's fair.
Mhm.
Okay, Austria.
Austria.
Austria. This team. Wait, is Australia not before Austria on the?
Yeah. Yeah, Australia is before, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's up to you guys which you guys want to do
I mean,
first.
just
Alright.
let's just go by the order that's actually displayed on
It's
stream.
on the
I think
sheet.
that's
Yeah.
better.
So
Which
on
you want
this
to do?
team-
Oh, I
Austria
know
then?
why. It's because it's country code. It's AT versus AU. That's
Oh
why.
wait, okay, yeah. Wait, which one do you want to do first? Austria or Australia?
Well, Austria, because it's
Austria.
what's first on stream.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's do
Okay.
Chile first, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, failure. So we've got Captain Tutelli, Akuma no Tenchi, Bearded Hippo, Feedy, OMG Fours. OMG Fours is
Oh
playing
my
a tournament.
god!
Smurf Cutie, Teppy, and Z9A. All I can say about this team is that Feedy and Teppy are supposed to be really good. They've been really good for a long time, but I haven't seen them in a bit. And fucking OMG Fours, like.
It's so insane that he's on this team. Oh
That's-
man,
How? Where did he come from?
it's such beast mode. I mean, I'm gonna have to put them pretty far down anyways. I so badly don't want to actually, simply for OMG4s being on the team, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem with this team for me is that they're missing their 2 4-digit carry players. Both of them didn't sign up. I think Tomador and Farmist are the 2 best players in Austria by far.
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
without
Tomador.
Tomador or Farmist, it's very difficult, I think, for them to make it extremely
I
far.
made a. I think it's actually a DNQ, but potentially.
yeah.
Actually, how many teams are there?
You can always change it afterwards, so it's not
There
shouldn't
are
be a big
there are
deal.
a
Yeah.
lot of teams. Yeah.
There are a lot
Yeah.
of teams. There are 53 teams.
Yeah, that is quite a bit. I probably just go DNQ, but I might reconsider later.
I didn't see Tomador on the roster.
No, he's
Yeah.
not.
He's not
But-
playing.
They do have some players from last year that are similar to last time. Of course, Tepi being back. They're also missing Nuharu this year,
Yeah,
who was
Nuharu
a
is
big
also
player
missing.
for them. Yeah, I want to say they're going to qualify just because they do have some talent on this roster, but the roster from last year when 0-2 for their first 2 matches, they lost round of 32, they lost round of 16 immediately after, so I think they make it. They've got some talented players, but it's going to be tough. There's some competition.
For sure.
For sure. On to Australia then, I think.
Yes.
Aussies. We've got Captain Mavs, joined by All Blue, JGLF, Teda, O/, Reading Abuser, Vekrem, and Vorty. Personally, I don't know too much about this
I
team.
don't know anyone really.
Mavs?
I know Mavs and
I know
Mavs
Mavs
is
and
the- Mavs the
Teda.
goat.
Mavs and Teda is pretty good too.
Yeah, Vorty's good. Vorty's good as well. Yeah.
Vorty is good, yeah. Vorty
Reading
is the
Abuser
up and
beat our
coming.
team in Hippo Cup group stage, I think.
Really? Did they?
Yeah, I think. Remember when we got like destroyed, like when we had like nobody show up, and then
Yeah,
like,
we got rolled.
we got rolled because they practiced group stage. But yeah, I mean, like obviously, if you can FC maps in Hippo Cup group stage, it means you're pretty consistent. I know this pool is going to be a lot harder than Hippo Cup group stage, but still, definitely some potential there.
Yeah. Again, this falls under the same problem previously for me, where they're missing a lot of the carry players. Namely, I'm pretty sure Arbuzin might have played a year or 2 ago, who's really good. And although he's in the rank range, he's definitely not playing. Overcomplexify would have been also huge for the team. I think those are 2 significant names.
Nick.
There's also
Ridiculous.
there's one more 5K Australian player that's really good, but he didn't play as well. I think somebody, if there's any Australians in the chat, yeah.
Where's Love left?
Okay, this.
that
Was
is
no
this
way that guy
2015,
so
bro?
true.
Yeah.
Love.
Oh,
boy.
what is this? This I don't know if he's New Zealand. Yeah, Del Troran. That's the player. You're right, actually. He's not on the roster.
They've got some decent experience with a couple of their players on this roster, though, which is good for me. I think, Vorty being a newer face in the tournament scene, but has proven that he's definitely kind of like ready to go. Obviously not new to the game at all, but at least starting to show up in 4-digit tournaments as kind of like a heavy hitter. Of course, Mavs is kind of that long time roster member, and then I think Teda's been a good addition to most rosters she's been on for a while. So
That has been around forever at this point.
I think I think with this roster, it's like a lose first match, win second match, lose third match type of angle. I think they can definitely take a match, but I don't know if they can beat the upper half of the top 16.
Yeah, that would be my take. I'm putting them in D.
there's no extremities this year for them too.
Yeah, they're missing a lot of names. I'm surprised
They're missing
Del
Ami
Troran
as
didn't
well.
play.
What about Ami? Is he just
Ami?
not playing the game? Ami Nami? Is he playing the
I'm
game
actually not
anymore?
familiar with that name.
That is an old head. The Aminami played OWC in like 2017.
Ami is definitely a player that they had previously that I don't see on here anymore.
Yo, Grand is 4-digit? Oh
Is he?
my god.
Missed opportunity. Oh,
That would have
I-
been crazy, dude.
That would have been pretty insane, actually.
I'm gonna go qualifies for them. Australia's another team that last year went 0-2 for the first 2 matches, but had a decent qualifier. So
Okay, actually, I forgot to. I think combined rosters that.
oh yeah. I'm gonna do a lot of these based off last year. See if we can roll it in. I'll try and.
I'm doing
mention
mine
it
off
before.
gut entirely.
I'll
Yeah,
try
me
and
too.
mention it
Yep.
beforehand so you guys have it. But I think I've got most of it. It's Belgium time.
Belgium.
The boys.
Belgium.
This is a big roster, so I see some good names on here.
Yep. So we've got Hanori captaining as usual, been around forever, joined by 5 Joshi, another player who has been around forever, along
The
with
classics.
Can't Even FC, Mirsu, MRB, Mornis, Val, and Venumi. I can only really talk about the first 2 players, but I've known Mirsu for quite a long time, and he's been kind of quickly improving at tournaments, so he's probably a new player to keep your eyes on for Belgium here.
I've heard Mornis is pretty good as well.
Yes.
MRB is pretty good at GeoGuessr, like respects.
Oh,
How do you know everyone playing GeoGuessr, bro?
It's
Like, we had a little tournament recently. Like, kind of casual thing, so I have a read
I
on
see, I
certain
see.
people.
That's solid, honestly. I like this roster. Again, little biased. Hanori and Joshi, people I've also personally been playing tournaments with for a very long time. Also, again, we mentioned Mirsu, a very strong aim player that they're adding to the roster this year, which I think will work really well alongside Hanori and Joshi, who are fairly solid aim players themselves. So I think this roster is going to be really strong in the number 1 slots. I think they do lack a little bit of speed in some areas. I
They
think their
definitely do.
overall
They lack
DT is
tapping,
not the
I would
best.
say.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
really
it's
lacking
hard
in
for me
that
to say.
department. I think that caps them at a certain level. I'm at least willing to be pretty optimistic, or at least more optimistic. I'll put them in C. That's what I would say.
I think at this star rating they qualify, but I don't know if they really do much more. I think it really depends on some of the players we haven't really heard of before. I think a
Yeah.
lot of it is just going to be how much support they can, I guess, give to the more established players. Because we know Hanori is going to eat up this qualifiers pool, probably get average score pretty high. I would guess probably around 600k for that guy. He's
Absolutely.
still, but current Team Belgium, Hanori.
Yeah, I'm worried about Joshi a little bit. He has not been playing the game for quite some time now, and I wonder how he's going to show up. He was one of their heaviest hitters last year on this roster, so I wonder if he's going to kind of like show up derusted, kind of ready to go here, as well as to be noted the fact that they're missing F-Blade this year.
Yeah, no F-Blade, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Did they have Metabe last year as well or no?
They did not. I don't
Okay.
believe they did, at least. So they did decent last year and made it all the way to quarterfinals. That's where they got knocked out of the tournament. But again, I think some players not being peak form, some players being missing might not help them too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need Joshi to be, I guess, at full capacity. I think if they want to get anywhere past qualifying, but really hoping the best for this team.
On to Belarus. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Belarus, all works, I think.
Yeah.
So this team, we have Captain Nuo, joined by Ashuramaru, Darsad, Endorika, My Mommy, Flover 1 SS, Tema Z Pro, 666, Zaverk as player 8. I don't know a single
I don't
person
know
on
a
this
Yeah, I
team.
don't know a
player.
single player. I'm so
Tema
sorry. I'm
Z-Pro
actually
is a
so
god.
sorry.
Temazi Pro is insane at the game. He is like been around for a super long time and still plays like super good, awesome, fun maps and DT and stuff. He's actually a Nightcore player,
I
so
see.
he's based. But
That is
he's-
pretty based.
It is based. He's going to be a good player for them, though. I definitely think
Yeah.
Temazi is. We also totally just skipped Brazil.
Yeah, I was.
No. Brazil will be a... Oh wait,
Nope.
I'm
No,
doing
Look,
it on
look,
the fucking...
we gotta be going according to the thing on.
Yeah,
We're
I gotta be going
terrible.
with the fucking-
All right, do we go back to
I know
Brazil?
the rating though. I'm gonna go for Brazil. We'll do Brazil right now.
I mean, look, I'ma just. We already started doing the Belarus. Just slap it
All right,
down,
let's
man.
finish
Yeah,
it. We'll
like,
do Brazil
I think
after.
they're gonna have to pull a lot of weight. I just don't really know any name value off the bat
Yeah.
or any performances yet.
No read
So
on
many
them.
strong
We'll
teams.
see if we'll see what they can do.
Okay, now time for a team I think some more people probably know some players on. Brazil! We've got
Let's go.
Dash Felicia, also known as Checha, joined by someone who name changed to Feisha. Joined
That's
by
Lumen.
Lurumin, okay. And
Yeah,
then they
Lurumin.
are joined by My Angel Flare, Ideal, Kenny AWS, Linu, Chichi, and Kirito. Ex-Kirito.
Excuse so.
Who?
Kirito, protagonist of Sword
Yeah.
Art Online.
Protagonist of 4-digit actually.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, can you ever bet against ex-Kirito? Like, he's
Never.
been just so
Ah.
good for so long now. Like, I don't know too much about most of this Brazil team other than, honestly,
Almost all of them are new
Yeah,
players.
Checha, Kirito are the ones I know anything
Yeah,
about. I saw Linu in Axolotl's Duoji recently, but
Yeah.
yeah,
They're good.
I,
Lumen is
I
good.
saw them do decently on mechanics and stuff like that. So.
Kirito was the, in my opinion, largest proponent of Brazil's success in this tournament last year. He was just absolutely storming through these map pools, and I feel like I heard about it almost every single week that they played. So, you know, I think regardless of them missing some decent players from last year, like Zubs, you know,
He's
we-
ranked like
I
400
can't believe
now,
he
bro.
ranked.
Yeah,
I can't
dude.
believe he did this to his country.
The Fonz is like ranked 900, but he wasn't able to get down in time. But honestly, about this
Oh, if they have
Brazil
the
squad-
Fonz, it's over, bro.
yeah, if they had the Fonz, it would be like probably a tier higher. But honestly,
Easy
just
top
because-
3. Yeah.
I think once again, I really don't know too much about this team other than the players like Checha and Kirito. So I'm gonna put this team in C. But if the other players are really good, this team can definitely go higher because they definitely have, I guess, the players to center around. They know what they're doing. Brazil is a very successful tournament country in the past, and I assume a lot of these players have some good tourney experience under their belt.
Yeah, I'm just
think,
vibe guessing B. You know, like I'm feeling a B.
I'll put B for now. I wish they had Weak, who I think is really good. But I don't know if he tried out or not because he played OWC, but not 4WC, I think. But besides that, well, he played 3WC. He played one of them.
Oh wait, they do have Defons. My Angel Flare name changed to Defons with a 0.
Yeah, the Fonz of a 0. This is the crazy name
That
change.
is
Oh my
baller.
gosh.
I think they need a Goku Mabolos. I think he needs to make an appearance on this team. Actually.
True. They need Gregor. They no Gregor, no win. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying.
need Dada and Goku Mabolos to win this tournament. They need Kyo as well, and then I think they're good to go.
And Desperry. They just need their 2020
Oh,
team.
Desberry, bro. They need Desberry.
Akanahime, dude. Where's their 2020 team? That team was so freaking sick.
This roster has Ideal, which I actually didn't realize is an Idealism name change.
That's
so they have like a
Idealism?
world class Taiko player on the Brazil 4WC team.
Where is Akanahime? That's true.
Man, I hate the Brazilian 4WC 2020 roster because they eliminated us.
Where's
that's it.
Polico?
They eliminated us, dude. That's it.
Where's fucking? Oh my god. He got banned. Did Sanjulip didn't he get banned recently?
Yes, Sishulif got banned,
He
dude.
did. What a guy.
No.
What a-
What even
what a-
happened?
He
Did he sell his
what
account?
was it? Did he sell his account? I think that's what it was. It was something dumb.
Okay, so
Okay,
now
well, that's
No.
gonna be a.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Can I put
Chip,
these
Chip,
down?
what's
Like,
the?
yeah. I'm pretty
Chip,
like it
what's the
doesn't show up
scoop?
on the combined thing for some
we
reason.
can skip this next
well,
country. I think
combined
they're
is
not
me
qualifying.
putting them there, so that
This-
would make a lot of sense. Yeah.
This next country just they never qualify. I mean, look at you know,
Oh, I see.
look at 3WC
sorry.
last year.
I'm here for you, Chev. I'm here for you, Chev. Don't worry.
No.
I love them, dude.
Okay, yeah. So now, without the Bants, this team is probably a team that everyone has been looking out for from the start. Team Canada, captained by Eddie, joined by Cut Paper, Divine Rose, Flat Paper, Gore, Onkar, Tan, and Yip. And this team's really
Pretty
good.
close.
That's kind of all you need to know.
This team is demonic.
Like, how are these
very
guys
good.
4-digit, dude? Cut Paper is literally like
Franklin,
Belichick's.
yeah, we actually have
Who's got
Azer and
paper on
4-digit.
this roster, dude?
I think that we gotta be excited for Canada this year. I think this roster is unironically stronger than last year, and last year we got top 3. I think that even besides like the players that are obviously super good, like Franklin and Yip, and Eddie obviously, and Divine Rose staying from last year, the 4 new players, Flat Paper, Gore, Onkar, and Tan. If you play any 1K tournament or like 4-digit tournament in general, like you've already known these players. Like Tan has won like 4 of the last tournaments in the last year. Gore has 3 badges. Flat Paper has like 3 badges. Like Onkar has got his first badge as well. Like they just solo carry these tournaments every single time. Like you can ask, like Onkar managed to win on the team of GWK. Like I think that's amazing. So like, if he can do that, like surely we can do well in 4WC as well.
Damn.
That's raw.
Game
That is so
absolutely
raw.
unreal.
So
just gonna
fucking raw,
Skim
Jim.
Wow.
over that, bro.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, but yeah, pretty much agree with everything you've said. I mean, I feel like the Canada train, like if you've been following, like I guess how the team was, I guess supposed to go. I feel like at one point people were under the impression that Canada was like gonna fall off because like they had all these like expectations for the roster, like oh #1 roster, we're gonna have Azer, and then that doesn't happen. But then they sign up with Rev Rasher, yeah. But then they sign up with this, and I'm like, is this like much worse than that? Like this team is like really good, and if you aren't like putting them in your top 3 at the very least, like you're kind of trolling, I think.
A little bit. You know,
Yeah, anyway,
Azer
not
was
qualifying.
technically 15 ranks away from being able to play this tournament with them this year.
He said he would try out if he made it. By the way, he literally told me like
15 ranks.
What if?
He tried out for
Imagine.
PWC as well.
Oh
But,
my gosh.
They didn't put him on the roster because Frank Cut Paper was just better. So,
Oh
like,
wow.
Yeah, with Cut Paper and Yip, these guys are just like Aza clones.
It's just insane. Like, this roster's got some extremely talented players, a bunch of names that you recognize. They're captained by Eddie, who has more tournament experience than 98% of the tournament scene, and every single one of
OWC
them
players.
knows exactly what they're doing. Yeah, it's like literal OWC players on this
They have
roster.
two.
This is... I don't understand. This roster is like what the United States was in like 2019 almost. Like, this is very reminiscent of like super stacked, experienced, amazing players.
You talking like the Digital Hypno and Exarch sense?
Like, kinda, a little bit, yeah. Like Cut
yeah,
Paper and Yip and all that. Like, that's
Mhm.
very similar. Very
But
similar.
yeah, I think what separates this team maybe from the S tier is that I don't. Chiv, you obviously know a lot of the other players very well, but some people are probably not sold on some of their, I guess, more depth related players. Like we're all excited to see like Eddie, Cut Paper, Divine Rose, Yep, play extremely well, but a lot of people aren't really sold on the others. If they can perform up to the standard of the rest of the team, this team can easily take home the victory in this tournament, I think. But
Absolutely. One more point I will throw out is that I talked about at the very start where I think a lot of teams lack gimmick players, and I think Canada is one of the best gimmick rosters in the tournament because they have Franklin and Yip. These guys just have to see like AR8 maps for breakfast. This Yip guy AR8 map like plays AR8 like he was talking about playing the Hidden One. What was it? Cardinal Wave AR8 like every day. Plays Ice Danger AR8, plays everything, dude. Like actually mental illness, but I think he's having fun.
he's a CS7 editor. He's a CS7
He
editor.
is.
That is just-
He's a CS7 AR8 guy, dude. Like he's just doing this for fun.
I do that and I make the diff name Cookiesy because it feels like he's the only guy who actually like can play that type of map.
Yeah.
Real.
One more thing I wish is, yeah, Tan got the highest score in tryouts. That guy just got like 650k average. Pool wasn't as hard as USA or Germany. It was like 7.2 stars, but he FC'd like 5 maps. He
Jesus.
did really well.
Dang, consistent.
Yeah, he's the consistency guy this year.
Oh,
Alright, on to Switzerland.
Next up, your winning team.
Switzerland, we've got Captain Sil, joined by Dash Spartan, Amatsuka Uto, Jay Brackett, Mebura, Not Very Fast, Shadow 2, and Skellers. I do not know a single player on this team, unfortunately.
Matsuka
I'll say
Uto.
I assume I would be the only
Where's
one to know
Akani?
anything about them. Sil is someone you might see in international tournaments at times. Hidden main, really. Skellers also kind of pops in international tournaments every now and again. HR main. I think Skellers is really Skellers and Spartan are the Skellers, Spartan, and Sil are like the 3 big players on this roster. Not nearly as confident about the other players, to be honest.
Yeah.
Shadow 2 beat me in the GeoGuessr tournament I played recently, so fuck that guy.
Like, what is this GeoGuessr tournament?
man.
Yeah.
It's a running theme, apparently. It's
I think the biggest thing to know is they missed 2 of the biggest players last year. They're missing Akani and then missing
Akani is
Marso
huge.
7.
that they don't have Akani is really, really bad. I mean, he's in range as well, right? Marcel is
Yeah.
not in range.
Marcel
Marcel is,
hit
like, top
4-digit. It's
200.
yeah, I mean he played last year.
Yeah. He's not. Yeah.
No,
Well,
he's
yeah.
the guy that kicked me out of 4-digit. He was like, oh, I don't want to rank down. I'm playing for WC as well. I was like, oh my god.
This is a good roster. Unironically, this roster is going to get slept on, and I'm going to mention this for none other than the fact that I don't think there's another team in this tournament that is running 4 of their OWC players for their 4-digit World Cup roster.
Yeah.
That might be the highest of any
Well,
team here. 4.
I think Sweden is competing for that potentially.
Potentially, yeah, definitely.
Netherlands, I have like half of the
Yeah.
OWC roster.
Yeah, but Netherlands OWC is also like,
They don't have any
I would-
players past 4-digit.
whoops. Yeah.
I'll even go as far as to be optimistic for Switzerland and say they qualify. I think
Yeah,
it's
I think they
tough
qualify.
for them. I think it's tough for them to qualify potentially. Like it's,
Switzerland
you know,
placed
it's gonna be on the-
last. Oh, shit.
They
it's gonna
did
be,
place last, but
Look,
listen.
it's an entirely different ball game in OWC. They presumably have a pretty different roster. I don't know. I can have faith that there is potential to qualify here. It's just gonna be tough.
I would like
I will be optimistic for them.
I will as well, honestly. I'd like to believe that OWC teams are slightly better than 4WC teams, and that's why they placed last.
No, surely not.
Surely not. Honestly, I might just be making this up.
You wanna go Chile?
Is it time?
Chile.
Chile.
Is it Chile time? Oh, all right.
Chile.
This was actually OP.
This roster is awesome. All right, wait, I'll switch it up to Chile. We've got Yunha, 6, Nusu 9, Gonza, number 37, Pancho, Sifs, TFGE, and Wawilo. This team has some really good, really experienced players on their roster. I'm sure a lot of people have seen Yuhan in Open Ranked, as well as Gonza and number 37 and TFGE. Half of their roster with significant Open Rank experience, and I would say honestly can be even competitive in those tournaments with the right rosters. This team, it just hinges on those other 4. I know those 4 are going to be really good, and they're going to be like able to perform well on any map in this tournament, but the other 4, what do we know about them?
Wait, who are the other 4 that you don't know?
6, Nusu 9, Pancho really, and Sifs and Wawilo.
Okay, Pancho's the easy one. That guy's really good.
Okay, then
That guy's like,
that's really
he's
good for
very
them.
good. And he's like a very strong ult player and mechanics player. He can do a lot of stuff. 6 Nusu 9's pretty good. He's a gimmick player, I think, but he's been leading like most of these like Chile only teams in like 4-digit recently. And same with Wawilo, who's also like a hard rock player, who's also pretty good. I'm not too sure who Sifs is though.
This is another half of the OWC roster team, actually. And they're running some of their really good players on this roster, as well as some faces that I personally haven't seen in a little while. I know TFGE still plays tournaments, but definitely kind of like used to just be around a heck of a lot more. And this team is, I think they're ready to absolutely tear through this tournament this year. They've had good showings in almost every single previous year of 4-digit World Cup, and they do well for themselves in open rank as well. Chile's always that country that kind of just shows up at the top.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna not do the Dio curse. I'm not gonna say they're top 3, but I don't think they should have any issue getting top 8 in this tournament.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
easily
have
get
no
top
doubt.
6
Yeah,
as well. If it just relies on somebody like, I've been seeing TFG perform every single tournament. Like he's still the GOAT, but I think that it's really up to Gonza as well, because that guy's like kind of like the X factor for the team.
Yeah, Yunha might be as well, actually. That's another big hitter.
He got way better actually recently. He used to be pretty like average, but I think recently after watching him like he got very good. So I'm excited to see how he plays as well.
Yunha
There's another
peaked
player,
at pretty
actually.
deep 3-digit too.
Another American player who undergo some insane improvement recently that we'll talk about later.
Miles?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Miles.
Okay. But that guy didn't even make the team. We don't need to talk about him.
No, we
All
don't
right,
know
now-
that yet.
Let's go on to the next team. We have our defending champion trying to defend their title. They've got a much different roster this year. We've got Team China. I think very notably, missing their former captain, or not captain, but I guess carry player in Karumi. But they still bringing back some of their very strong players from last year, as well as I think a very surprising Tariri appearance.
Oh my god, he's back!
I cannot believe Tariri's back. But yeah, this team gonna be David Q2, also known as Lolol235, running it back as the captain, joined by Maki, Joseph Joestar, Mid-C, Survivor X4, Tariri, White Cookies, and Z Numbers.
How is David still here? Dude,
He was 3-digit for a while. He just comes back down. He doesn't give a fuck. I'm playing BLB.
he is 3-digit right now. He's ranked 898.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Just went back up.
Okay,
He
well,
literally went from 1,026 6 days ago to 898. This dude is going A21 mode.
not as much as Flames tier though. That guy is like in the
That's
700s
true.
already.
That
But
is
yeah,
true.
okay. So this
Yeah,
team obviously.
I'm getting people to tell me we gotta hurry up.
Yeah, we're only like
We're
6 of the way
17.
through.
Yeah, like we can go a little faster on some of the lesser teams, but I think China's worth talking about a lot because
Yeah.
they have some really good players.
Obviously, bringing back David and Maki and Joseph Joestar, I think they were all very influential players in their victory last year. But I'm not really sure if they can run it back without Karumi, really. I think I'd have to put this team in like B or probably
I would
B.
say,
Yeah,
I think
honestly,
Z numbers
part
is
of me,
crazy.
part of me is feeling C, but it's China, so I'll put them in B. Like, that's the reasoning.
Yeah,
I've
China's
gotta-
really good.
Yeah.
I've got to give the C just because Kurumi is not only their carry, but also one of their most consistent players overall. And they pretty much just have David left as a quote-unquote carry position here, along with a lot of like specialist players for this roster, who are not all known for their like repeat performances week after week. So all it takes is one blunder, I think, for China to lose that top 8, and I think that's too dangerous.
There's one player you guys need to be careful on this list, and yeah,
Joseph
said it.
Joestar.
Is Z numbers? No. He's actually OP. He's really good.
Is this
Like,
guy OP?
He's really good. He is like, he's Robot's top FC match level. Like he's really good.
He did win Yutang this year.
That guy is fucking crazy. Like I think that if you're looking at anyone on that roster, besides David, it's him and Maki. Maki is also very good. I think that those 2 players shouldn't be slept on at all.
Maki's
Joseph
always
Joestar
pretty good.
is like only speed, and Survivor X4 I think is interesting name. I think people are gonna be excited because I think I've seen him on leaderboards a lot as just a score farmer, but excited to see how he does.
I don't know. I'd feel better about the team seeing some more. old names.
Where's
Like,
Ding?
it would be nice to see.
Is Ding
Strife,
playing?
for example?
Dude, I don't know, man. He said he was gonna try out, but I don't know what happened. No way he didn't make the
Unlucky.
roster, bro. Fuck this guy. This guy's OP, bro. I
Quite
wish Ding
unlucky.
played.
Good roster, though. Good roster overall.
Yeah.
Solid performance. Next up's Colombia. This is a
The
roster
Carlos
that's
team.
Holy
Yep.
shit,
Yeah.
0 L mix? Wait, 0 L
Carlos.
mix on the
Flo-
Columbia
no
team.
L mix. Okay. I
L
don't know
mix.
anyone on this roster other than Carlos Flo, who's the captain, but he's gonna be joined by 501312, Ether, Jakuru, Ninther4, Okinari, Rushi, and Schwartz. I don't know anyone other than Carlos. Flo.
Ninther
I don't
4
think the team qualifies.
Yeah,
is
I'm
an
sorry.
old
I'm gonna
player,
go DNQ.
dude.
I'm gonna go DNQ. I don't believe in a team with a single player to qualify.
I believe in Carlos. So I think he's dropping the 900k average.
That's
mean,
real.
He probably will, but I can believe in that. I just don't think that's enough to
Did they qualify last year?
I'm gonna throw them in qualify. Because I don't think a single one of you guys knows Ninther or are either sleeping on him or not. But I think he's ready.
Don't know. I don't
He's
know.
been around for longer than everyone here.
Okay.
Probably.
Interesting.
He's crazy.
Let's see.
Good player.
I mean, hey,
Very good player.
Oh, true. 2013.
I come into this with 0 prep. I would not be surprised that I have no idea about.
I believe in my boy Ninther, the hard rock god, who hasn't played the game in 2 years.
Okay, next, Czech Republic. We've got Adam Kaviak, joined by Adam Cadillac, Drykes, Fiskill, LeBron James, after being eliminated from the NBA playoffs, comes here to Fortnite World Cup to represent his country of Czech Republic. And Mirek, Olamin, and Umatsa. Who are these name changes for the first?
It's Steam gift card and fadeaway.
Okay,
that
they're
doesn't
pretty
help
good then.
me.
Yeah.
Steam gift card is MMVVCXY 1 2 3 4 5
Oh,
6 7 8.
he's
That guy is the goat.
That guy's the god. That
this team
guy. These
qualifies.
guys are qualifying. These guys are
he's-
qualifying for
he's
sure.
good, right? Yeah.
I think he's. Dude, that guy actually traumatized me. That guy was OP.
Yeah, Chiv, you've got a lot to say about this
Oh
Czech
my
Republic
god,
roster.
yeah, Canada lost to Czech Republic in my first year of 4WC in 2020, and there's like a clip of like somebody said like, "Wait, guys, you can actually lose this," and like the entire Czech Republic team like came into my chat and just flamed the shit out of me, and then I became friends with them, all of them afterwards. It's kind of funny.
That is awesome.
I also got my Revenge on Steam gift card later on in the new tournament. I was really happy that I finally beat them. But I love these guys. I think they're gonna qualify easily. I think they could even do an upset and maybe even get top 16 if they get a good run.
I believe in Czechia. The qualifier is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's blood bursting, dude? That's the one thing.
Fair.
And where's
very fair.
TCAF? Isn't TCAF 4 digit?
He's not.
Does he
from
even
Czech-
play
he's
the
from-
game
he's from
anymore,
Slovakia.
though?
He's
Oh,
from
yeah,
Slovakia.
I'm
he's
gonna
not
get
from there
killed.
anymore.
I'm
well.
gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed for saying
No,
that. aren't I?
look. They literally used to be the same country at one point in time, so...
That is true.
Wait,
700 years ago.
where's
No,
Shutterstock?
no,
Like,
no, I know, I'm
maybe
just kidding.
half a century ago.
Yeah, where's Shutterstock? That guy's like really good, by the way. He's not playing.
Fair.
I'm kind of surprised.
Wait, oh, Jesus, that is...
Yeah, that guy's like crazy good. Also, Nitro M was like 10 ranks away from 4WC.
Oh yeah,
That guy's
Nitrom
really good as
barely
well.
missed. Dang. Good stuff from
Yeah.
All right, qualifying team. Next up.
I think
This
Wish
is a
Shutterstock
team that's
can get
not
through.
gonna qualify, guys.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know a single player on this roster, dude. I'm sorry.
Never heard of these guys.
It's Germany.
Wow, Germany.
Oh my god. I know there was some drama with the Germany team actually, but it was kind of funny.
But yeah, I mean,
What's up?
Germany historically hasn't been all too successful in 4WC. I know like they've always put out decent rosters, but sometimes they just get riddled with like drama. I hope that doesn't happen to them this year. But this roster on paper is sick, obviously. Look at it. Captain Rizoa, joined by Semi, Vid, Ahoff, Kokona, Rundi, Shiox, and Zeitfrost. You probably know like at least 6 of these names.
Yeah, the only ones you probably don't know are maybe Ahoff and Vid. But
Yep.
I think even though I've heard that players like Semi and Rundi say they've been slumping recently, like I think Zeitfrost is actually crazy good right now. So and Shiox is also really good. Like their backup players are really making the backbone of this team. I think if you compare this to Canada, although maybe the top players aren't nearly like OWC level, although Rundi pretty much is there at that point.
Rundy
I think
is,
that the
pretty-
second half of the roster is really good, especially with those 2 players, and Ahoff is really good as well.
Good lineup of players. I definitely think this is one of those rosters that you see a lot of switches from the previous year going into this year, and I feel like Germany has maintained quite a bit despite making switches, potentially even making some improvements across the board on a few slots. So
All these players
adding
have also just
talent.
massively improved.
they've added talent. That's what they've done. They've
Yeah.
really bolstered the roster. This team has put up top 16 before. I see no reason why they couldn't push top 8.
If Nightly
think a lot of
Wind
people
were
are gonna see
still
top 3.
4-digit, that would be pretty sick. But
Yeah, Nightly Wind
alas, he is
is
not.
kind of broken.
Did
I think they're
Yasumi
top
not
8.
make the team, or did he not try out? I have no idea, but
I think I don't know if he tried that actually.
Where's my man Arakomi? Why
I know
is he
Ramon
not
was,
playing?
True.
like,
Where's
second
Nano?
tryouts, but
Where
didn't
is
wanna play.
yeah?
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a few rosters that I'm just looking at more than this Germany team, and that's why I have them in top 8 instead of top 3. But easily, if they all play up to par, top 3 is definitely going to be in their sights. Honestly, maybe even that number 1 contention, but
Yeah,
I think they're top 8.
I think if Rundi and Semi like de-rust and really get back into their prime form, I think this is easily top contender for top 2, 3. Really strong roster. They
Yeah.
also have gimmick players. Shiox is crazy. Semi's
Yeah,
also
yeah, no, I
crazy gimmick.
think this is a very strong roster. I just the inclination to say maybe tapping is a weakness. I'm not, I maybe shored up weakness by some of these players I'm not as familiar
Yeah.
with, but yeah.
I think Rizzo is getting faster, but besides that, Rundi and Zeitfrost definitely 2 of the fastest players on the team. I'm not too sure if it plays. I'm guessing he's a speed player.
I'm assuming, yeah, probably like fills some of that.
It feels like that's what they need on the team. I mean, if you go against this team, you're banning Hard Rock. So. This is the crazy Hard Rock roster.
Really? They're ready to
Alright,
go.
Yeah,
this
we
year.
are. We appear to be split on Germany actually.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
called
I
out
mean, you
here
can
for
put them,
putting them in B tier.
You can put
I
them
mean-
E tier for now, because like we should just go with the lower half. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, for combined.
We can
until
move
somebody changes their
later
mind.
if we
Yeah, we can move
decide
them.
that we switch. Yeah, moving up
Yeah.
is easy.
And also, it's like
Denmark.
I'm voting for what I know here, and I don't know.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Alright.
No, it's big.
Well, that's Germany. Next up's going to be Denmark. This is another roster with some players that we've seen before.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, this time we've got Captain Zezus, joined by Dark Killer, Malak, Mendez, Polly, Redzi, The Beast, Jonah, and Pixeline. I only really know Polly here. I'm not really familiar with many of the other players. I've seen Mendez on
Jesus
leaderboard.
Redzi are names
Yeah.
I'm familiar with. I don't really know what they're good at, but I do see them around.
I have heard Jesus quite a few times in recent
I
months.
think Mendes is a 5-digit player.
Oh,
And
might-
just
that might be
Jesus,
where I've
Jesus
seen him.
played OWC. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one. That's a good heavy hit. That might be where Jesus might be the one that kind of popped off in qualifiers for them. That might be where I've heard that name.
No
Wait,
cap burger is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Are any of these
yeah,
guys
it is.
Marco Pollo
Delta
name
Z.
changes? Are any of these guys Marco Pollo? I'm seeing.
I
in the
don't think
chat.
Marco
Here.
Pollo is playing.
Damn it,
Marco
man.
Pollo is also like oh, he's actually 40. He just doesn't want to play.
Oh,
That's my boy.
That's
I
messed
think
up.
there's good names on here though. Pixeline is also Thieves, which is a name that you may have heard a couple of times if you pay attention to like regional tournaments, but he's pretty solid overall.
The real question is, where's Nordclid?
True. Missing some names up here, but definitely have some good replacements to
Yeah.
fill in.
Yo, dude, Spork level was 4-digit. He could have played.
Is he actually?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
They could have had
Yeah.
Spork.
Damn.
Trash.
the Lord himself.
I think this team
Yeah.
qualifies. Maybe
Yeah,
here.
this team qualifies. I'm not sure about beyond that. It's
I'm a believer in Paul. I think Paul is the best player in the game.
I think he's
kind of
really
is.
good, but I think there's so many good teams for top
Yeah.
16.
I'll move it down if there's some other teams that pop up later on. Alright, on to Estonia.
okay. This
They
is
have
not,
5
this
players. This
is
is
a
looking the
5-man
big deal.
roster.
Oh, all right. Well,
They've
it's
got the
Tome
roster.
X.
I'm sorry, I don't believe
yeah.
in the 3WC Italy moment. It's not gonna happen here.
Tome X,
But,
Cavelia, Midels, Riot, 1133, and Slay. Unfortunately, this
I know
is...
Slay.
Uh,
I've heard the name.
Yeah.
Don't know if they're
Rebuilding
gonna be
here?
Slay in this tournament though.
Is this a rebuilding? Estonia also has not traditionally qualified for 4WC as well, so, you know, I think they're just kind of running with less depth than a lot of other countries.
but
Yeah,
I
they've
think
had a
they,
few good players in the past, like Ansenth.
Yeah,
I
and
think is
Sent,
Estonian.
obviously.
Yes,
He's
some
the
very
big
good
one.
open rank players now
Yasuha
that
as
have
well.
come from-
Yasuha's good.
Yeah, but they
Estonia.
obviously don't have them now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they
know
don't
if can
tend to
say much
stay in 4-digit for very long. They tend to rank up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Sedru as well is 3-digit now. So
True. Next up, another fast team. It's going to be Team Egypt, who have put up a almost full roster. Just missing one
White
player.
Cat Cake.
Wide Cat Cake Fufo or Faufo. I'm Mr. Abood. I love Teach PP. I'm never saying that out loud again. Lake Mealy 3, Midu, and Moaz.
This is the saddest 4WC roster ever. Alfonso is not on
Alfonso
the
not
Egypt
on
4WC roster.
And they have 7 players. Like, they left a spot for him. He doesn't,
I
he
mean,
doesn't
can
give a
you-
fuck.
Can you fucking believe it? Alfonso finally gets an opportunity to play a country tournament, and he's not here for it. It's,
real.
Yeah.
I think they
yeah,
needed
I
him.
mean,
I think they needed him.
him.
They really needed the Alfonso factor.
They needed him.
I can't believe in the team
They have
without
the spot
Alfonso.
open for him.
This
too.
is
They
S
Yeah,
saved
tier
they
with
had him. They left him-
Alfonso. You
they
know,
left him the
that's just how
spot.
it is.
They saved a spot for him. Unlucky.
Man.
Well,
Shout
That
out to
is-
Alfonso.
yeah, shout outs. Big sad. But Egypt, maybe
Big
maybe
goat.
they'll surprise us. We'll see.
On to
Next
Spain.
up's a team that will show up a little bit more. Another full 8 roster. It's captained by Manolo, joined by Antonio, Baby Silla, Bairashu, Dorito XX, Estopa Margo, and Juana Bob.
This team has some sick players. I know Antonio has been seen to be the Spain carry in national tournaments for a while now. One name that I would like to draw attention to is Estopa. I don't know if he's here right now. I played this guy in my first tournament ever in like 2016. It was it was like a friendly tournament, and then he just went up and he became like the best tourney player ever for a while. Like he beat Idki in some tournament in like group stage, and it was like a massive deal. This guy has won Iberian Osu Cup in 2019. I'm really happy to see him back, but I just want to make sure everyone knows that guy's the GOAT, and this team is like
he's
super good.
Mr. Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yo, good names showing up. You've also got Antonio back up for Spain here again, the player that kind of shows up again and again and again and continues to perform extremely well. Definitely like the Spanish player to always keep at the front of your mind whenever you see a roster from them, whether it's 4WC or OWC.
If the baby's anything like his father, this team, you know,
True.
really something to believe in. That's,
You better-
Fruit doesn't
you got
fall
a
far
lot
from the
to-
tree.
You got a lot to live up to if you're naming yourself Baby Silla.
Yeah, I really do.
I'll put them in C for now until the other
Yeah.
teams pop up. I'm
Yeah.
actually confident in this team. They
I
look
gotta
really
fill
good.
some
They're really
C
good.
spots. Yeah, this is a good team. I like what I'm seeing here.
But my internal on this team is like a lose round of 32, win round of 16, lose like QF1 or something.
Very true. Very true. Possible.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Spain this year. Next up is going to be Finland. We got some names on this roster as well. Captained by Amasetic, the returnee. Also joined by Kalanlu, Tendo, Alice, Demq, Nev, Sampo, Tabletti, and Zepe. Very
Where's Shadoos?
in the call with us.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, Shadoos.
that man is not 4-digit. I'm quite sure.
He is not. He is not. But a good roster from Finland this time around as well. Really, again, I feel like you do have to draw attention to the captains a lot of the time. You've got Amasetic up there, who is just demonic tournament player, very good. Joined by some experienced rosters as well. I know we've seen
Zepe
Zepe
the cow.
before. Yeah, and as well as Kalanlu, we've definitely
Flashlighter.
seen before.
Sampo,
think,
by the
yeah.
way, Ataraxia.
Ataraxia.
Sampo.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's
That
his
guy's a
actual
beast.
name. That's
Wait, Sampo's Ataraxia? Oh, this team's
Yes.
demonic.
Yeah,
oh, this
yeah, I
team's
think it's B tier.
demonic.
this team is really good. This team is very good.
I'm actually gonna play a bit of devil's advocate in that they got like they had a stronger roster last year, I think, and they got 6-0 by Denmark Yolks Pie's team.
I don't
And
like
it was
shit
kind of a
anymore.
lucky-
It
Norway?
sucked all the joy out of
Yeah,
my life.
Norway.
Yeah, Norway,
He's
not
about to
Denmark.
say Denmark.
I watched Waste Dash drop 800k average, and it was devastating actually.
Jeez.
I think there's one player that I really wanted to see on this roster, Uyep, that's not playing. He's really good if most 4-digit players know him, but he's not on the team. And there's one more player that's like a DT player. It's like Miyu, I think. That's also really good. But doesn't seem like either of them are making the team.
Miu is Tendo Alice.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
never mind.
yeah.
I was about to say. I could see
Alright.
I could see B or C then. It's in between then for me.
Yeah,
I
floating
think
around
if-
B and C for sure.
If we put Spain in C, I don't see any reason why a roster of Emacetic, Miuo, Zepe.
I
and-
just think Finland has a deeper roster. I think that there's more reason to believe in these other names on the Finnish roster than for Spain, in my opinion. That's why I put them higher. I think they have more depth.
I think I have too many teams in top 8 already.
I
I've
think
hardly
I've-
put 4 down.
For now.
I think I'm gonna move Germany up to A preemptively. At least on mine. That'll.
I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait on it? Okay.
There's some
I'm-
good rosters to come here. Fun stuff from Finland.
Combined probably ends
thinking-
up being top 16 then.
Looks
Sakina-
like-
The more conservative guess.
Are we sitting? Yeah. Oh no, we're B. Or no, we're not. We're even. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was
I thought I saw 3.
thinking like I wouldn't put Finland on the same tier as Germany, and I thought I wouldn't put Germany on the same tier as like China or Chile. So
Very
so I can
fair.
move them up to A.
Can we
Fair,
can you make top 4 the thing instead of top 3 so I can put France up there?
Imagine.
Guys, I'm
All
out
right,
of
yeah.
spots already.
Spoiler, next team up is going to be France with a big roster coming out of them this year. It's Lexinox, Ator, Kalangi, Charlie, Hifkill, Sukie, Thuya, and Vroom CVV, aka Nasable. I'm just going to slap them up in top 3 immediately.
I mean, yeah, this team is kind of crazy. I don't know.
Actually, fuck, it's so hard actually. Hold
Yeah.
on.
I just don't know what to say. I mean, you've got returning players, you've got players who have stuck around for a long time, you've got the up and coming, additions to the team, and they're all tied together by like a trio or even a group of 4 players on here that can probably play almost every slot that this tournament's going to throw at your team. I think we just have to hope that France doesn't they do have a tendency to choke a little bit. It's happened before in the past with some of their strong rosters, but
That's
It's
the
different.
main concern. That's why some part of me wants to put them lower, even just off
Okay,
of
so
that
are we just
alone,
putting 3
but-
teams in top 3? Like, is that fine?
I mean, look, it's
It's
in contention.
in
for, so you
contention
can
for-
put,
Oh,
you can put as many
right.
teams
They-
as you
they
like
can go
wherever
up
you
there
want.
then.
Yeah.
the combined
that makes
list will
that
be
makes my
the-
life so
at
much
the
easier,
end.
bro.
At the end, I think we'll move stuff around in the
Yeah.
combined list.
Yeah, the combined is yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just
good
saying is like these guys are super if you guys already don't know, even like some of the lesser low names. I don't even know the like lesser known at this, but like Sukiye, like that guy is really good at aim. He's actually crazy. Hopefully Capago is in the chat to vouch for him, but that guy's really good. And obviously players like Vroom, Hifkill, long lasting OWC player for France, Charlie Lee and Kalani, 2 of the probably the best O players in like the tournament straight up. And Lexinox, one of the oldest 4-digit France players. This roster looks so good.
Love Lexo. And, I mean, Ator and Thuya are the 2 that I don't know anything about really. It's,
Tour's definitely new.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't know about those 2 players.
Is
but
Thuya name changed?
I think just
No.
off the merits of the top 6 players on the team alone, they go pretty high. So
Yeah, a solid core of 6 players and then 2 fills for skill sets. I mean, that's a good roster if you're France.
yeah,
Definitely
Already.
have expectations being up at the ceiling for France's team. I think could
Absolutely.
have potential to, honestly, on the right day, win it all. So I think for the teams we say could win it all, do we have like the right to put them in the S tier as well? Because I think France, I would probably put France in that tier almost. But another thing that I need to bring up is the Vroom conundrum. In that, I
Yeah,
know
he might not play.
he tends to move around a lot, and if they don't have room for a match, I think that is a huge hit because Vroom is the type of player that plays every map and top scores almost every map as well,
Yes.
except maybe the reading maps.
Hard carry player.
Yeah,
So
you need a
you're-
player to match him.
Yeah,
you need a
right.
player to match him, but if you lose him, then suddenly the team looks a little more shaky. I think obviously a peak France roster does contend for S tier, but just because of that, like that question, we keep them in A tier.
Yeah,
I
I agree
think-
with what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's good players, and then there is the tier of player above that, which is like they will literally grab the match and take it with them.
Yeah.
And Nasibol is like one of those players.
I don't want to be the killjoy here, but I would if the S tier team I think isn't 50 times better than every other team on the list.
Poland?
I'm not gonna say much, but Wormhurst is kind of crazy. Anyways, on to the UK.
On
Yeah,
to the UK. This
Pretty
is
bad roster.
okay.
This is the funniest roster.
This is the
is-
best
got
roster
Kara?
I've
Oh my
ever seen.
God.
So they've
got-
got
Free my
Yeah.
guy Jamal. Shoutouts.
Free my
Yeah.
guy Jamal. They're captained by Fluffy this year, joined by Doomsday as well. Free my guy Jamal, Kara, Luminescental, Matt4132, Reshaman, and Sync HD.
I want to play a tournament with Free my guy Jamal and Lumi so bad. God damn it. That's,
Lumi
this is-
coming back.
This is such a chilling team. This is
This is a
this
vibes
team.
team.
This team is awesome vibes. I would expect. It's,
Right?
I think it would if it was last year's for the BC scaling compared to this year's, I would actually have them even higher. I think it's just the problem is that I don't think this is a skill cap team. I think this is a
It is
very
not. It is-
consistent
It is
team.
not.
yeah. Especially Megahertz for Free my guy Jamal. He's super consistent actually.
Yeah.
He's good at. He's so consistent.
All consistent too.
Obviously-
Karentina as well, very consistent.
Doomsday, the king of consistency.
Yeah,
himself.
Doomsday, the king of consistency.
Yeah,
Reshaman.
can't ignore the elephant in the room being Doomsday. That guy is, former #1 player in the world. Worth mentioning. That guy is still really good at the game. A lot of people don't remember that, unfortunately. But obviously, they also have some new names along with the returning ones. I know Lumi is the only player from their second place in 2019. I don't even think he played last year, but he's coming back. He was a really strong air rate, just gimmick player in general for them.
Great
Then
map for
otherwise-
player.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm probably throwing him in C or B. Not really
I
sure.
think I think once it gets really high SR, it's really up to Fluffy to pull up the performance. I think this guy has probably the highest skill cap overall in the team. That's why he's captain. Also the most active player out of this list, I think, in open rank at least. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Sync HD's been pretty active lately as well, I've seen. So, and that's a new player as well. So, if you're getting some, talent on this team that could maybe carry you a little bit into the next year, it could be good if we see a good performance out of them. But, this is the type of team, I think we kind of mentioned it in passing earlier, where it's like 50-50 win round of 32 and then take a win in, losers bracket, one match, and then, kind of bring themselves through round of 16 probably with that early round ability.
Alright, on to Greece.
On to Greece. Let's where did they go? There they are.
Woo! They've got some old names. I feel like we really see some of the same names for a team like Greece. I know I commentated one of their matches last year with you, Chiller, actually. They've got My Aim Peeps as a captain, joined by Awesome MacD, Gaxel, HR Sketos, My Aim Bisbo, Nikos, Riven, and TSM L9 Pauk Easy. This team, they've got some players who tend to play a lot of tournaments for their country. Obviously, I recognize Awesome MacD as well as My Aim Bisbo and Riven, obviously the eternal Greek player. But I've never really had too much expectation for them. I haven't seen them around anywhere. I don't know if this team is going to do much more than qualifying, personally.
I'm a qualified believer.
Let me see how
I
did
am
they
not.
do last year. How did they do last year? Let's see.
I think they took a couple points against the round of 32 matchup.
Greece placed 29 out of 32 teams last year, and their roster was relatively similar. Probably half or maybe 5 of the 8 are the same. So it's 50-50, I guess, if they qualify or not.
Yeah, I think it's like I can see them not qualify, but I just think they can. I think for the teams in F tier, it's like I think it's going to be a very uphill battle for any of those teams to qualify. But I think for Greece, I could like if they qualify like 30th to even like maybe like 27th, 28th, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I really think they qualify. I really don't think they do anything more.
Yeah.
The difference is that Chile already got so many more teams in this qualifying list compared to the rest of us. Still got
Yeah,
7.
we're not even halfway.
That is true. We're almost halfway, but not quite. So we've got the UK down. Greece, it looks like we're 50-50 between qualifying and not qualifying, so maybe we can revisit them later and see how we're looking, but best of luck to them. Next up, it's going to be another heavy hitter team. It is Hong Kong.
It burns! Okay, yeah, this team is still sick.
Yeah.
They obviously don't have some players from when they won in 2020, but they still have some players who are really active in the scene, and some 3WC players as well. I'm pretty sure Hibiki played on 3WC, as well as F2X, who I think is probably going to be the hardest hitter on this team. But for other players on the roster, I'll probably look at a Tree Frog 614-109, also known as Minecraft 570. Muji, another player to look at as a really strong player for this Hong Kong roster. But honestly, I feel like this team is just really solid. Maybe a high B or a low A, but I don't think they really touch that upper echelon with some of the other A teams, so I'm probably going to put them in B.
Muji is my favorite player of all time. I love Muji. He's the best.
I'm saying B. I might even like say just normal B rather than high B.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now.
I'm gonna put them in B as well. I think I would stick Hong Kong as that last B team there for now for me. I think their heavy hitters are gonna do well for them this year. Hibiki always shows up to tournaments extremely well, with Minecraft 570 being a very heavy hitter from, 4-Digit World Cup 2020, as well as Muji being able to fill a significant amount of slots, and then of course F2X as well, who happened to win 3-Digit World Cup last year with Hong Kong, sitting at rank 694 currently.
Yeah, I think that my biggest problem with this roster right now is that besides the 4 names that are clear, everyone is clearing on Hibiki, F2X, some insane 3WC players, Minecraft 570 obviously one as well. It's very hard for me to justify the last 4 players actually. Not much reference material firstly, and I think it's also just difficult overall for me to really justify placing them any higher, because I think that there are a lot of very strong teams in the second half that I'm still waiting to see. So I'll put them in C tier for now until I can move them up later.
Yo, Inferno Tower is Chad Stolfo.
Yeah, I saw he has a few banners on his profile, so that's probably another player to look out for on this HK team.
Very decent, rank restricted player. So experience is going to be good. So even though Hong Kong might have some lesser known, almost like name brand players, kind of mixed in with this roster after they've replaced a few from last year, I definitely think that they've got good stuff they're working with. But next up is Hungary. Yep, Hungary.
Yep. I think we see a few. Yep, we've got a few familiar names on this roster. I think probably most notably their captain Lexion has been around for a very long time. Going to be joined by Blackie, Gixabody, Glasswave, Jesus Any, Matiko, Ofrobi, and Zyakix. And I don't really know much about this team. I don't really think I should share an opinion on them. I might just put them in D or
very similar to previous years.
They're pretty did they qualify last year?
They did not. They placed 40th out of 32.
Okay, maybe I'm a little ambitious with this one. Okay, hold on. I know I've seen they're okay, but I think maybe the skill ceiling is a little too high for this. I've seen them do well in 6.4 for Gexip. I'm not even gonna try it, but
you'll get it.
But I think besides that, it might be really hard for me to see them on any, because the 4WC qualifier pool is very high SR, so it'll reward those teams of high skill cap.
Yeah, I think given the fact that their roster didn't change very much from last year, and the fact that they were a decent ways away from hitting that top 32 spot, I don't know if it's gonna, be too much different this year, but maybe they'll surprise us. Could be good stuff. But that's Hungary. Next up, Gonna go back over to Asia. It is Indonesia, captained by Meijiro McQueen, joined by Blank Tap, Karuma, Daffy, Death Hydra, Fa, Fuma, and Sui Kami. This is a
Fuma.
very different
Fuma's
Indonesia roster. Fuma's back, yeah.
Fuma being back is really sick.
That's big for them. But this is a different Indonesia roster than we have seen in the past. They've got no Dito this year. They've got no Fauzen this year.
No seafood.
Yeah, no seafood.
Oh man, imagine.
Surely one of these players is seafood. Surely there's a name change.
No.
No, I
I
don't
think
see
this team
Too
qualifies.
busy
I don't see any
studying,
name changes,
man.
yeah.
He's not playing.
I don't see name changes. Oh, Fauzen is Fa. Okay, so that's at least one player they have still. Okay. That's good. Death Hydra, I know that's not a name change. So yeah, this is definitely a good roster for Indonesia. Do I think it is as good as previous
past.
years? I mean, last year...
Yeah, I just don't feel like they have the depth they used to, personally.
They weren't crazy last year either, which is the thing as well. They were, like, good.
They were ninth seed, I believe.
I think they underperformed their seed unless I'm literally throwing, but I might be thinking of another team.
I think
Uh,
this team, I don't know if they do much more than qualify with this current iteration. Is there any argument for them to get top 16?
There is. They did actually. Okay, so they made it to semis last year. They lost to Russia in a fairly close match. So there's argument for top 16 for Indonesia, definitely, with this roster.
I at minimum believe they're in contention for it. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
It's just really a question of the rest of the team that I'm not terribly familiar with, or don't know their skill sets. How well are they gonna be able to fill out rosters? I just don't really believe in that for this team.
Wait, so who are you not familiar with?
I mean, like Midger McQueen, Blank Tep, Kuruma, and Suikami, Death
I see
Hydra. I
it.
mean, Daffy Fall Fuma are like the ones I.
Yeah, those are the ones that people know, but Death Hydra,
Does-
Blank Tap is like the new kind of wave of Indonesia. I think Suikami actually has played for WC in the past, for sure.
Does Meijiro play for? No, he did. Did he play last year? I feel
You
like
might
I
be
recognize
thinking-
that name.
Oh, Major is
American.
Venta. Oh,
There's an
that's a
American
name
Meijiro
change.
McQueen, I think.
Is there? That
I
would
think
be
there's
really
Meijiro
confusing if
Space
there was.
McQueen in America. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they
that
play
might-
USC Arizona.
That might be
Um,
confusing me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
Major
wait, I
is,
know this player.
It's Venta.
Oh, is it Venta?
Yeah,
Yo,
Venta.
wait. Oh, okay, so that's another good player they have again, actually. Wait, so this team is
Yeah, he's
actually
really good.
much more similar to last year than we thought. So that's... Yeah, Fuma's back again. Daffy's back again. Venta's back again. Fauzen's back again. So I guess the real difference is they're missing players like Dito.
I think it's still. I mean, that's pretty consequential. No, it's
Yeah.
not having Dito. I don't know that I rate them quite as highly as a full roster. I mean, we'll see. For me, it's a C.
I think it's a C
No,
as well. I think it's
no
good
that
stuff.
noob guy.
True,
Yeah,
that guy is a
really.
bit insane though for Fortigit.
He is quite good. I don't actually even think he's I don't even think he's in four
Nope,
digit.
he's
and-
not.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
not. He's
800,
definitely
I
not.
think.
Good
High.
stuff.
But yeah, on to the next team. We've got Israel coming in with Israel is actually an up and coming tournament country, I'm pretty sure. But I don't really recognize many of their players in the 4-digit scene. We've got Captain My Angel Flyco joined by Accelerator, which is the one name I recognize. Uplimate,
same.
Artem, Anime 727, Chiharu, Ditch, Snowfort, and Tai Tai. Tai Tai is another player I recognize. I believe he was probably
Yeah,
on
he's
the
pretty
team
good.
last year.
He was on
But-
their OWC team this year too.
True, yeah. I think this team just qualifies. I don't really recognize anything insane out of this roster. I don't see a hard carry for them either. But I think they have what it takes to get through this qualifiers pool, maybe a few strong maps, get their way into the tournament, I think.
Yeah, I can
Didn't
believe
they
in
get
it.
33rd
It's
last year?
Something I might revisit, but I'm willing to believe in it.
Did they get 33rd last year?
Israel did not even foot a team last year.
Oh wait, what was the 33rd team? Oh, it was Turkey.
33rd team last year was Turkey. Yeah, Israel is actually coming back to the tournament this year, so they did not have a roster to put up in 2022. So that's good.
Yeah,
A full 8 stack as well. A full 8 from nothing. That's good. That's a big revival for them. They are missing a lot of the heavy hitters. I think, Israel always tends to go overlooked a little bit in rank restricted tournaments just because a lot of their like top end tournament players are like 3-digit World Cup level, so it's kind of tough for them in these lower bits. But again, like you mentioned, TY 5180 and then Accelerator as well. 2 big players for them that are, I think, going to need to show up heavily if they want to have a good run in the
Yo,
tournament.
Mr. Potato is saying we shouldn't believe in them.
What?
Okay,
Wow,
okay,
very.
Okay, I recant my statements. Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Potato,
Wait.
Mr. Potato knows more than us. That's all I'll say.
He knows more than us, and I don't know, if he's willing to like
but-
clown on them in the chat publicly, I'm feeling
I trust it as well. I
You know
trust it
what?
as well. I trust it as well for now.
Nah, you know what? I don't
You're
trust
getting
Mr.
ended.
Potato. I don't trust him. I'm putting it in D, bro. This
Oh,
dude
he's
is
not-
reverse psychology right now, dude. Nah, I don't
We'll see
believe
what
it.
teams there are.
If he's
They're
doing
going in D
reverse
for me.
psychology, it worked.
They're doing-
I don't know.
It's happening. All right. Next up is India. This is a team where we recognize a couple players as well. We've got Captain Cyan, joined by Ramiz, Wardran, Ashwin, Artoria, My Angels, Ships, Potla, and Tin. Potla being the big player that I recognize for this roster here. Very good Indian player. Number 1 in the country as well.
Damn, I'm not really aware of any of the
I'm
Indian
not familiar
players.
with any of these players at all.
Yeah, I know
Potla
they
would
run
have to
tourneys,
be.
though.
Oh, yeah.
Potla would have to become the one for this roster to qualify. I
Potla
think.
would have to go Thanos mode. I mean,
Exactly.
Nothing.
Thanos took easy in the qualifier lobby. I'm not really sure if I see it, but I really wish the best for them because you don't really see India in too many international tournaments. So I'm gonna hope for the best of them. Maybe
Yeah.
can get a good qualify this
I
year,
think
but
we
I'm not
can,
really sure.
Yeah.
But good stuff from India. Good to see them showing up for the tournament. They were not here last year as well.
Yeah.
So that's another new team. Now we've got a not new team. It's Team Italy, with some very new faces on the roster this year. Captained by Nijahi, joined by Ekli, Julio, BGM16, Roxy on Osu, Toma 2, Ganyu 1, and Rito. This is a fairly unknown roster, at least in my opinion,
It's a
compared to what we've
completely
seen
different
from
roster.
Italy. I mean, they went from what, Serpy, Dem, Gigi,
Yeah.
Wupak,
Yeah, this roster is,
Julio's returning.
Mhm.
Yeah, ECLY is good. He's pretty good.
He was there last year as well. Okay.
Yeah, this
Surely.
roster is like a little bit of
I'm
everyone ranked
thinking
up moment.
meltdown personally, but
This is a very new. I'm like checking for name changes just because of how new this is. Like I very rarely see countries just go full switch, but maybe Italy just had a bunch of people rank up. Yeah, wow.
I mean,
All
GYGY
of
signed up, but he's
these-
not playing.
Oh, opted out of it, I guess. Toma 2, no. Ganyu 1. Ganyu I do recognize, but I don't see them in tournaments too often. And then, yeah, Weedo is another kind of like... Weedo's like a classic HDHR player, been around for a very long time, so... But again, like, this Italy roster is a lot of, like, players you've seen, but not seen in tournaments type deal, so... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know either. I only recognize Julio out of this team. Obviously, as you said, missing some of their core tourney players.
It's
I feel like
hard.
they qualify, I think, but I don't know if they do much more.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they placed 22nd last year, and that's with some major hitters missing this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know that.
I have a hard time believing in them because of that. It's just
Yeah.
tough. But yeah, I think we can. I think we can move on.
Best of luck
that,
to Italy.
That version Delta Dem 27 ECLY run. That's the exact run. That's the exact reason I know him because he popped off and almost beat Pat Pole.
That makes sense. Well, next up is Japan. This is another roster that is changed a little bit, but some more recognizable faces. Captained by Requima, joined by Autoline, Lizil, Nobushi, Sabakan, Siuk, Unhappy, Kuro, and Val0108.
Yes.
Oh my
No
god.
What a
way this guy is
roster.
playing. That is so
What a
cool.
roster.
I think Sabakan at least.
Sabakan's good, yeah.
I believe #1 seed in Roland Bread, playing up like a no mod only tournament recently at 3K. So at least in that rank range, pretty strong player.
Autolean,
Val has
very
been
good.
playing a lot, actually, and
Yep.
farming and stuff. I have reason to believe in him. Autolean, OWC player. Did you do like the ZZZ? He's I don't know. He's an aim guy. He I believe he took like some points off of roll 10. Was it? Some
Ooh.
like Japanese 1v1. He like FC'd a 7-star no mod 1 to take a point against him, for example. He's like a mechanics guy, especially aim. I don't know. I think it's I think it might be a sleeper kind of dark horse roster. People probably aren't expecting much of Japan, but I think they're actually pretty good. I wouldn't put them up there, you know, really far up there, but I think you know, actually I'll put them in C, but I think there's a world where they actually compete for more.
I
I'll trust
will
you.
agree with you. Honestly, I do think Japan tends to surprise more often than not, and I feel like this roster, you know, just because like, I don't know if this is just like stereotypes and feeling, but they tend to be more quiet in the community. Like you never see
Yes.
a Japanese player like posting everywhere and
Yeah,
sharing
yeah.
all the stuff that they do, so they tend to ride under the radar more often. Like Varvalian was such a big like exception to that because he did crazy stuff and everyone knew about it and it was all posted everywhere. But again, Japan missing maybe a couple of heavy hitters this year. Most
yeah,
notably of them is Con and Rollpan not being here. Those were kind of like their real duo that they relied on a bit last year. But they do have Altaline back, and of course Val being a good player and Nobushi as well. So
I'll say it's also just the Japanese community is a bit insular. Like they kind of, you know, they have their own spaces that they talk in and share stuff in. They don't really participate as much in the, you know, the global scene and stuff. So, but yeah,
I like it.
I like this team. I think definitely a C for me.
Good C from all of us, it looks like. That's Japan for the year. Very cool. Next
Yeah.
up, unless Chiv has something to say before I cut him
not
off
at
by
all,
accident.
not at all.
Okay. It is Team South Korea up next with some big names this year. It is Captain Crazy joined by Athanasia, Atapir, Me, Comet, Mouse
Math
Player,
class.
MX1, or MX10000 and MX10006, as well as Piper. MX10000, of course, being the original, and MX10006 is Lugiol. Yeah. So two known players. Just
Lugiol's
we gotta
so
run
good,
over
bro.
the name
Oh
changes
my
still.
God.
This team's pretty good. Crazy's pretty crazy. I don't know.
Math class.
Easily top 8 for me, dude. I think this roster is like super good.
I am also going there.
This is a big team here. You know, again, decent switches from last year, and I think that's a good thing about South Korea is they're a very depth oriented country. They've always have been. South Korea always just continues to like filter through players, and every time some top end player, you know, jumps out of the ring of things, another one jumps in. So, you know, the fact that they're missing players like Nope and Korkosaki this year, and even like Suyong, just doesn't even phase me for this roster because they are just so good at kind of rotating.
Yeah, Korea. I mean, Korea is just one of those countries where even if I don't know the names at this point, I'm like, yeah, they're good. Like,
Yeah.
they're on the team, they're good. Like, just trust it. Like, trust the process. Only good players are ever gonna come out of that country, basically. It's
Right?
I don't know what the hell they're doing over there, but it's going right.
I
They're
mean,
doing
they
it right.
Yeah, that's
They
why I'm
won-
following you guys.
They won 4 of the 5 World Cups last year. Or they podiumed in all... Sorry, they podiumed in all 5. Podiumed.
Yeah.
This country's crazy.
This country is just crazy.
Pun intended.
Yeah,
Captain
they're
Crazy.
crazy.
Literally. Crazy's just running it through here.
Yeah,
Crazy,
they
for those of
came
you that
back,
don't
dude.
know, the new people here is won the 3rd OWC, 2nd OWC as well.
Yeah.
And
So-
math class as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys
Yeah.
were around like before half the community was born. That's pretty
It's
much what I
true.
need to know about them. And they've been
So
dominant.
true.
They took quite an
Mad
extended
respect.
break, But they came back around last year. Honestly, about this time, they just signed up for a few tournaments, and it's really awesome seeing them back. I'm really stoked to see them playing in another international tournament representing their country. Obviously, they're thinking they're going to try and run it back from 10 years ago. I wish them the best of luck in that endeavor, but I don't know too much about this team either. I'd probably put them in B. I'm following you guys.
They're gonna try running it back. They got third last year, so they got a lot to live up to in qualifiers.
Yes.
But that's South Korea. Next up is gonna be a new team. We've never seen them before. It's Kuwait.
I cannot believe they are fielding a team. How
That
is
is-
possible?
How does Kuwait have a team before
do-
Mongolia? I'm sorry,
I
but
don't get it.
how
how
has
is it
Sigi
possible?
not
Not
seen
bad.
a 4WC before Kuwait did? That's
Hey,
nuts.
they got a cozy MF on the team. I'm sure it's going to be a great environment in that
Yeah,
PC.
yeah.
Good
they got
stuff.
Saika. What?
Oh my gosh.
Saika OK1?
Saika?
This team
Oh
is
my-
getting top 1.
Bro,
Goodness.
Okay.
But they got a big players showing up this year. Yogu, Sola, Saika, Cozy MF, and Heichi, who happens to be the #1 ranked player in the country as well. So another team that's putting up the #1. But I just don't know what to expect from them. I feel like I would, maybe just throw them in the NQ until they surprise me. Maybe give them that
Yes.
motivation to
Hope they do.
show everyone
It's
up,
gonna
right?
be the Italy 3WC team in 4WC,
Right?
definitely.
Mhm.
I'm ready for
I
it.
believe.
Big stuff from Kuwait. But next up, it's Kazakhstan, a team that we've seen before as well. Captained by Plombier, joined by Ternafis, Chassier, Feng Shen, Acing, Poisonous, Just Strix, and Shiumi.
I have no
What?
idea.
New
Poison S
faces.
is the name. I recognize Poison S. I don't know from where, but I think they're pretty good. Maybe
I don't think-
leaderboards.
They did not qualify last year, unfortunately. They placed 37th overall with a roster that
Is completely
is
different.
pretty
or-
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't see any repeats here.
Yeah. I just don't know. Maybe they're better. Maybe they're worse. Maybe they're the same. Who knows? Who knows?
We'll find out.
Yeah,
Who
we'll
knows?
find out. Either way, it's probably gonna be an F. Just,
Go Kazakhstan.
We're
believe
rooting
in
for
them.
you.
We're rooting for you. Next up,
I'm a believer.
try and speed through a few of these since we've kept everyone here
Alright.
for 700
Yes.
years. It's
Yes.
Lithuania. Subinism, joined by Jammercat, Knight, Nizzy, TMH, and Work It. New team, new roster here. Lithuania did not put up a roster in 4-digit World Cup last year as well, so new team.
What if you had Mazarin on this team and Fours in Austria? It
I
be
would lose
so-
my
That would be
so
blessed.
crazy.
I really wish that
It
happened.
would be
but
so blessed. Oh,
Mazarin,
Fortunately-
Lithuania.
I mean, unfortunately,
I know
yeah, no.
anyone here.
There's, yeah, no.
Yeah, very unfortunately, with 53 teams, quite a few of them are going to have to slide down to the not qualify spot here, unfortunately. So, 21 teams will not be joining us for the tournament this year, so we've got a long ways to go there. But that's Lithuania. Next up,
Yeah.
in the L category is Latvia. It's Hihihaha 142, Akitoshi's normal, Murzik Stellar Ow, and the Big Drop. Akitoshi's normal is the most based username I've ever seen in my life.
This is just like S tier in terms of just usernames. Like haha 142. I can't wait to commentate that. So
That guy's actually
please-
good. That guy's actually good though. Like he's good. He's good.
He's good. All
Wow,
right, then
that's-
I hope
that's
he
good.
carries
He's
his
good,
team to
he's good.
qualifying. But
Oh,
I don't
know. The
I don't know
L
what else.
category seems quite apt to me. I think they're going in F. It's just they'll get to wipe their tears with their bronze medal from the Hockey World Championships this year.
That's true.
Wow,
That is
wow.
true.
Highest finish ever in there. I believe it was a pretty
Good.
big deal for the Latvians. But
They performed one place. They cannot perform in multiple. Unlucky. It has been determined by the universe.
yes,
That's Latvia. Unfortunately, another team I think we're going to be sending down to the depths of not qualifying this year, but best of luck to them. Next up, a team you've seen before, another team that had a roster last year. It is Mexico, captained by Siros, joined by Abran, Business Guso 5, Dion, Flameshock, Macaroni 2589, Pasquin, and Sodordi. I have very much heard of less of this roster than I thought I would. It's Siros for me.
Same here, actually.
I think Flameshock played OWC.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
That's
you know,
good.
I recognize that name too, actually. I'm pretty sure he did play OWC, but once again, I really don't see too much like. I don't see too much tourney experience from the players on this roster. Obviously, just Syros and Flameshock, but OWC experience is real, and I'm pretty sure they typically do qualify for that tournament. So,
Oh my
obviously,
gosh.
probably has some OWC experience.
I gotta
but,
put some teams in qualify right now. I have no teams qualifying.
Dude, I
I'm-
almost
I'm-
asked
I'm-
where
I'm
Atsuro
Mexico
was. He's not
believer.
4-digit anymore.
Is he 3-digit or 5-digit?
Atsuro is 5-digit now.
No way, dude.
What?
That's an OG. He's an
Oh
OG.
my gosh, Atsuro, the mapper, not joining the Mexican team this year, unfortunately. Mexico is a team that had a fairly similar roster last year in the tournament. Going through the qualifiers, unfortunately, they missed the mark by 16 or 15 placements. So I'm going to throw them in DNQ, I think. I'm not seeing notable improvements this year.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's Mexico. Best of luck to them again, as we all say to our DNQ teams. Next up, the last M team, second and last. It's going to be Malaysia, bringing it back over to the Asian countries. It is Captain Chiyu, joined by Oxelis, Chibi, Maruko, Duo X, Irauzum, Konkon Kitsune, Laffy, and Zeph 2003. I see 3 names on this roster that I recognize that I am very happy to see for the Malaysian roster this year.
Zeph is apparently just like D-ranker king. That's pretty much all I know about anyone on this roster. I've seen Konkon Kitsune because of the Konkon Kinakon Twitter clip.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then other than that, I mean, I've seen Chiyu around, but not too familiar with
Hidden
their...
player, I believe.
Chiyu's a great stream player. Love the streams
Alright.
on Chiyu.
I think by the virtue of having Zeph and typically being a team that is good at qualifying for major tournaments, I believe they qualify for OWC usually. Not sure about 3WC, but on that basis, I think I could see them qualifying here.
Malaysia's
Probably
missing a lot of their
over-
heavy hitters from OWC, which concerns me though, because they're missing like the OWC thing. I don't love. They do have like Konkon Kitsune, but who are they missing? Rampax, Wuha, Shimon, CB, a lot of big OWC.
I mean, still
names.
Zeph and Duex are very good players. I feel like they can definitely even get like top 24 easily. Like they're definitely not going 0-2. I feel like this team.
Yeah.
But I
Definitely
don't know
not.
anything past that. I'll put them in D for now, but we'll see.
I'll be
It's-
optimistic. I think they're in contention at least for top 16.
Oh yeah, no. I'll put
Because,
if it's about contention, I think it's easily seeded. Yeah, they could definitely just win one match straight up at the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
what
like
I'm
that
feeling.
Chiyu has backup this year. That's what I like. Chiyu really has lacked a backing team for a bit here. So good qualifying team for Malaysia. Next up, the Netherlands. They are back, and now you've got recognizable faces, big tournament names. It's Kush per captain, joined by Cavo Boy, Cosmic Wolf, Jackie Lamb 5, Manuvat, Knight, Celine, and UC2. This
Team is
is
I'm such a believer.
stunning
I'm
roster
such a
from the
believer.
Netherlands.
I am,
This is stunning.
I'm a pretty big believer. Yeah.
This
I'm
is
a fucking
great for
believer,
them.
dude.
This is the best roster we've seen from them in a long time.
This is the best roster they've had by far. They have UC2 and Celine, bro. Like these are the best players in 5-digit pretty much.
I
Yeah,
just wish they had Cosmic Wolf and Woos too.
They have
They
a
have Cosmic Wolf.
Oh, they
He's
do have
playing.
Cosmic Wolf. I'm blind. I have no
Yeah.
eyes. I am now going to stick them in A as yeah, go.
Yeah,
He's so good, bro.
This team is really good. It's kind of just been the Manivat show in the Netherlands for like the entire tourney scene for like the last, I guess, year or two. But now finally, Celine and UC2 have been just absolutely destroying 5-digit. Not sure how many people follow that, but they are the real deal. In Hippo Cup, they took a team with like Bartek and Malteser the tiebreaker as them as the top performers. Like this team, they can easily be talked in the same conversations with the other top teams in the A tier, and I think in some situations they could even be in contention for top 3, which is why they are in A tier. But yeah, sick players.
Cavo Boy will SS every no mod 2 in this tournament every week. That's going to happen. I'm calling it right now. That's my prediction for this team.
I mean,
NM2 collab.
NM2 collab.
All right. Well, Norway
That was
then.
decisive. That was
Yeah, very-
decisive.
Oh well, Jackie. Okay, I'll say Jackie Lamb has been around for as long as I've been alive.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been around for a very long time.
Yeah. Big roster, yeah, good stuff from the Netherlands. Let's get on to Norway up next, another heavy-hitting team. Yokespie, captain, the player we mentioned earlier, as well as Anthony W, Flames, Frodo55, Jompa Tormen, Marcus Pukki, and Reed Horimiya. This is another roster that I am just so happy to see for Norway this year.
I think this team will surprise a lot of people. Obviously, the biggest name here is obviously Yokespie, longtime tourney veteran. Always been very good, one of the best reading tourney players you've ever seen. But this time, I think he's gonna have some really good backup. That's always been the concern with him in 4WC. Anthony W, I think
Anthony is so crazy.
that guy is unreal at HR.
Anthony is so cracked.
He's just so good. And then Jompa Tormen, OWC player, Marcus, OWC player, Frodo, up-and-comer. They've got good support. I don't know how much this team is going to be outside of, I think, their skill set. I think this team is going to be really good on slower maps, but obviously big hole. They could get speed abused really hard, I think. And I'm also not really aware of Pukki or Reed Horimiya, but I think this team is a reliable B.
You cannot speed abuse Jompa Tormen. He will 1v4 rosters. This man is a god.
That is true.
I believe. Jompa Tormen was big for Norway.
Oh yeah, that's
their speed
Nielsen.
roster.
That guy is really good at speed.
Very good speed player, yes. So
I'm a lot more decisive putting them in B tier then.
yeah, I'm very much sticking this roster at B. I think, especially with Netherlands sitting up in A there. Good roster. And Yokespie is also an all-rounder. I know we very much regard him as like reading gimmick player sometimes, but he very much can play anything you need him to. So that's slept on fact of the Norwegian team this time around. But that's Norway. Good for them. Looks like a decisive B from us for them. Next up is going to be New Zealand. This is a roster captained by It's Going Up, joined by DT Jump, Kit Aussie265, P Rumi, Shigon Pay Me, and Snow Blue Chubb. Some recognizable names on here. I got DT Jump and Aussie in the back of my mind here.
No Foficals, no win.
No Foficals this year. Yeah, New Zealand.
That guy hasn't played for 2 years.
New Zealand had a rough roster last year as well, a little bit. The most notable difference actually is that they had Saiku last year, who happens to be top 100 now. So,
yeah, that guy is insane.
Yeah, the tapping genius.
Chiller, you know how I mentioned that one player on Australia who beat us in Group Stage Hippo Cup? I think like half of this team was also on that team, so I think they've got some pretty consistent players. I think I recognize Rumi from that team as well, and Shigon Pay Me. I think that guy had a different username at one point, but kind of got struck down by the wrath of God.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I like this New Zealand roster. I think they've got some good stuff. Do I think that DT Jump is a great player? Yes. Do I think he's an appropriate replacement for a player like Saiku from last year? Enough to make this team go from 34th in qualifiers to top 32? Maybe not, in my mind. So I would say they might miss the mark this year, potentially.
I'm a believer.
I think they qualify. Shigon
Pay Me is being decisive. He wants that payment, and if he wants the payment, he's going to get it.
Yeah,
qualifying.
Aussie is the Saiku
right
replacement?
attitude.
All right, you know what? You've convinced me. I'm putting you in D just for that. Just for what you just typed.
That's real. So
I
real.
believe in DT Jump, though. I like DT Jump. Again, I think, like, I shouldn't say he's not a good replacement. It's not, like, the same level, but, again, I cannot stress enough that I think in order for this roster to play extremely well, DT Jump is going to have to, put out some serious performances. I never doubt a Hard Rock player. Ever.
And yeah, I think trying to compare anyone to Saiku is pretty rough. Like, that guy is really good. He played really good. He continues to play really good. And I think is really going to be the proponent of New Zealand, maybe propelling themselves into the tourney scene later on.
The good stuff. New Zealand. They're going to push qualifiers after some discussion there. Next up, going to be Peru. It is a very new roster for them for the most part. Captained by Miss Yo, joined by Hasaki, Margenka, Mikt, Pra, Rank, Wafer Daily, and Yeva. Pra, the name that I recognize for this roster.
Same here.
But they
I think
have like
I've seen
the
Hasaki.
really OP 5-digit player. Like, what happened to him?
Not sure.
He also reported as well. I forget what his name was though. Hopefully somebody in chat knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I think he's a reading player, but I'm not too sure. But besides that, obviously, Pra is really good.
Yeah, Pro played last year. Good, good return.
Hatsuki's pretty good.
They actually qualified. Interesting.
They have an 8-player roster this year. They only had 7 last year, and yeah, they placed 28th.
I'm pretty sure Pra did really good last year. I think he got like a really high average from what I remember.
Yeah, they placed 28th out of 32.
Well, Pra's great.
It really depends all on Pra, I think,
Yeah,
and
it
I
does.
can't trust just that. I think I'm putting them in DNQ, but
Yeah, same.
It's dangerous
do it.
for them. It's gonna be.
I'm a
I feel
believer.
like last year, like the upper echelon of teams was arguably better, but I feel like there's more solid teams this year, so it's like it might be a bit harder to qualify.
Yeah, good board this year. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
player I'm thinking about is Momo 30, I think, but I don't think he's playing yet.
I only know Momo HD. No. I'm just-
I only know Hoshinomori, but that guy's not on the team.
No. He doesn't
Thank
exist
the
anymore.
Lord.
We do not speak his name. He's like Voldemort, dude.
He who
Can't say
must
that.
not be named.
He who must not be named. Next up on the rosters is the Philippines, a team that tends to show up pretty well every year. They're captained by Zydorn, joined by Myra, 2 and 8, Bininja, Impouster, Konowiki, Miggy, and Yukio. This is some switches for the Philippines this year. They qualified in 32 out of 32 last year.
They
Big
don't have Elky.
Big returnees, though. Big returnees. They got Zydorn, Konowiki back, Miggy, and 2 and 8, and Imposter all the way back here. So, returns.
I recognize Konowiki as well. I think I actually played against that guy in a tournament a really
He's
long
good.
time
He's
ago.
really good.
Way back in like 2017. And they just always sign up, or Konowiki always signs up for these tournaments for Team Philippines. Been a really long time tourney player. I haven't seen too many like very notable results, but I think just the experience from him is gonna be pretty good for this team. I probably put them as qualifying.
I think it's easy qualifying.
I agree. I think they qualified last year. For me, this is another team that almost like, I think Zydorn and Konowiki kind of have to play pretty well in order to qualify for this team. I think those are going to be some necessary performances, but it's going to be good to see them up there.
I think Elki, not playing in. I think the guy just quit the game for a long time now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Good stuff from the Philippines. So we have them qualifying this time around, just like they did last year. Next up, we're going back to Europe. It is Poland. Up next, captained by Silvari, joined by Bad Aim Boy, BMG, Busek, Frinode, Hedayo, Kusiu, and Sedis. This is a new roster for Poland. Quite a bit of a new
BMG,
roster.
OWC player there, got 4th, I think, with Team Poland this year. So probably going to be expecting a lot from him, but not too familiar with some of these newer players. I've seen Hedayo and I think Busek and Silvari, all probably returning players to this roster, but
Kusiu's really good.
yeah, Kushu's
Yes,
probably going to be a
Kushu's
player to look at.
very solid this year. They are notably missing a Y-Pan this year. Who
Yeah,
No,
okay.
Chess Brew.
Ryan is
Yeah, that
little
guy's
too-
kind of really good now.
Y-Pan's a heavy hit for Poland to miss this year, but I think they were a good roster around him last year, despite being a fantastic kind of like star performer for them. They're also mixing Larox PL, their previous captain, so they're trying something a little bit different this year in Silvari, but I've seen some really good stuff from Silvari for tournaments in the past. Also mapping buff and hidden hard rock player buff, so consistency is running for that, and I think it's a good shift for Poland this year. They qualified last year in top 8. They placed 8th out of the top 8, and I think they're going to be good again this year.
Fun fact, Mishni was about 100 ranks off of being 4-digit.
How?
Good
Literally
question.
how?
Good question, but if this tournament were maybe a couple months later, they might have Mishni on this roster, in which case they're probably a tier higher, but
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he is, dude. What?
That would be disgusting.
How? It's not even fair, bro. How does a dude who like Hard Rock FC's Steampunk able to almost play 4WC?
yeah, it's pretty messed up, but Yeah, this Poland team. I think I put them in T. I see, or in C. I see a lot of you guys putting them in B. So that means
I
you guys
believe.
have some pretty high
I believe-
expectations. You're
I
a
believe in
believer.
BMG. I believe in BMG.
I believe in
big time.
BMG too. I'm not too sure on the rest of the team, but I'll trust you
want-
guys.
I want to be pleasantly surprised by Poland. They're a likable country.
I love Poland. I really want them to win, so
Real.
put them in
All right.
S.
That's Poland sticking in B. It looks like overall here. It's 3 out of the 4. Next up, going to B, Portugal. You got a full 8 this year. It's My Angel Shots as the captain, joined by General Shark, MTG Netiz, Pinto 78, Sagiet, WhatsApp, and White Car. Notable players on here. Netiz, White Car as well.
My Angel Shot Z is that's just too good. I think he's also pretty good.
Oh, yes, very
Oh,
good
yeah, that
player if
guy.
that's just too good. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Name
very good
change
aim
that I
player.
did not recognize. Very good player.
I'm a believer in the qualifying. Straight up.
I believe too.
I'm a believer.
Portugal,
These guys like very strong players.
They were 36th in qualifiers last year. However, just Too Good and Netiz are really like the only two that are returning from that roster, and they've added some decent players on this year. They might be able to make a push for it. Big stuff.
Okay,
from
I'll
Portugal.
trust that assessment then. That's-
I believe. But next up, it's going to be Romania. Coming up, it is Captain Robotnik, joined by Sylvian, Christie 2708, Fikas Akishida, Antonioi, Kato-chan, Nature Angel, and Shrikyun. This is a fairly unknown Romanian roster for them this year. I don't see Gadza. I don't see Chiu. So there's some players missing this year. But Gadza quit. Tragic.
Christie is here. That he was an OWC player, I think.
Christie's a good player on this roster. Shrikyun is a newer Romanian player. I've seen their name pop up a couple of times in the past. Is Robotnik nope, another new player. Some very new players all across the board here. A lot of 2019, 2021 join dates I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think I only know Christie. Christie.
yeah, I don't know anyone. They didn't do well last year. I have a hard time believing in them. It's
51st, yeah, that's rough, but maybe they'll come back. But I'll
Yeah,
maybe
no, Cahis
revisit
is
later.
really bad. Or
I
Cahis,
think-
Cahis, I don't know.
I think
Okay, yeah.
I'll believe in them because I feel like I'm not looking at 4WC history here, but good tourney countries tend to push out good tourney teams. If there's a lot of unknown, I'm willing to trust in Romania in qualifying.
Fair. I think
Willing to trust in Romania, but not willing to trust in Italy.
to me, Romania is a very
yeah.
top-heavy country in my mind. Romania has always been the type of country that has like really sat extremely strong at their top level, and then it almost like takes a nosedive once you like leave the 3-digit range. At least that I, in my experience. So, if they've finally pushed into the 4-digit range, I'd be very happy for them. It means they've got some good stuff coming.
Yeah, for sure.
But next up is Russia. This is a team who is always shown up in every single rank range. They're captained by Markram, joined by Wanderer, Handsome Meme, How to Play, Netnasyanya, Nitro, Suzuha, and Ziegel. Some new players on the roster this time around, most notably missing players like Okinatori and Temka Na, as well as Russian Vaxe, but they've got some good replacements this time around. I see Suzuha here, Wanderer, Markram, Handsome Meme, so notable faces.
Delete
Yeah.
or Iron are also names that are missing, but
True.
yeah, I mean it's Russia, so even if I'm not terribly familiar, I'm going to put them as qualifying. Like
Yeah,
I'm
Netnasyanya is a
going to-
name change as well.
Who's that?
It's Light, if you guys know. Like
Oh, that's
Russian-
Light?
Oh,
That's
that's
Light?
Light.
Light?
Oh, what the
Oh.
hell?
Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
good.
finally,
name
this team
changes.
finally has Markram. I feel like Markram has never played 4WC. I don't think he ever has. So it's great for them that they finally have just this guy who's been a beast for a really, really long time. But obviously, end of an era with no Okinatori, no Temkina, no Russian Vaxay. Those guys have been the core
Smoj.
of the
Yeah,
Russian
yeah.
roster
Because
for a while.
of that, I'm not willing to put them terribly high, but I'm personally, I'm a C for.
Yeah, I'm
them.
at a C.
Hard
for
C.
I
that.
am,
hard C on
I
this
am
team.
so going B for this team.
But yeah, Russia,
Okay.
like, you guys
Russia
don't know
always
Nitro.
overperforms.
In 5WC, Nitro was putting up extremely good scores on some Hard Rock maps on that map pool by the end of.
WC.
Dude,
I-
that grand finals map pool was like 7 stars. I think this guy's got a really.
No, but
good
how's
start
that rank up?
Here's
Oh,
the
let's see how it
Russia's
ranked up.
Russia's the type
Okay.
of team. We always joke in OWC about Russia hitting the quote unquote semi-finals wall, but we also, I feel like, don't talk about it enough that Russia always hits semi-finals. That's the thing about this country. They hit the wall in semifinals, but I've never seen a year where they don't get there, which
You're
is
right.
crazy levels of consistency. And last year, they went really far. They made it all the way through to the loser semis, only succumbing to China, who won the entire tournament. They beat Indonesia. They beat Germany. They only lost to, they lost to South Korea, who had a fantastic match, and it went 6-4. And what was the other match that they even lost? I don't even see the other match that they lost. Yeah, good team.
Russia.
Oh, it was Russia, good roster. I don't know. I
Very
believe
good,
Russia.
always. I moved it up to B after you said that, Chile, because I just said it for Romania. Good tournament countries put out good tournament
Okay.
teams. And Russia they have the whole, they might be one of the most insular communities in OSU. They always are pumping out new talent. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to believe.
That's fair.
I like it. Good stuff. So we're sitting at C right now, just in terms of half and half for
Yeah.
Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But a good placement and a very, very likely potential top 16, top 8 for them. So good to Russia for showing up this year. Next up, we've got Saudi Arabia. This is a country that we have not yet seen in 4-Digit World Cup, captained by Call Me Red, joined by Peachy, Equidimensional, Eyes Never Open, Shadow Trail 1, 2, 3, Sod, and Yukihana Lami.
Okay.
I will.
Eyes never
I've
opened
seen
is so good.
Peachy
So
and
we
Eyes
talked
Never
about-
Open
You know
kinda
Peachy.
do well in tournaments lately.
Peachy's
That's,
very good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We talked about one
Um,
player carrying not being okay, but what about two players carrying?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. I'm honestly, this
Two
is
players
the
might be able to put
craziest
the work in.
qualify team. I might like. I was thinking about it. I might put them qualifying. It's probably the craziest pick that I would have, but
It's a gamble for sure, but you know, all it
I'm
takes is
investing.
those few good
I'm
players.
investing.
And you know, this pool is pretty hard. Some of the lower tier countries might just get kind of destroyed
Yeah,
by it. Having two players who
yeah.
can get good scores on maps.
I
might be enough.
honestly, fuck it, dude. Yeah.
Well, one of those other 5 guys could be broken as well.
I'm-
Like, we don't even know.
True,
I'm
true,
gonna-
true.
I like it. I like it. I'm going to stick them in DNQ purely for the fact that we need, 21 countries in DNQ?
Yeah, that's the
and in
problem
order to
right now.
meet that quota, we need 6 more. And I'm looking at 6 of the countries we have left, and I can't pick more than 1 or none that go in DNQ. So this is a tough call, honestly. We're going to have some serious reconfiguring to do at the end of this, potentially.
Yeah, I have to fix mine as well.
But yeah, Saudi Arabia, good to see them have a team this year. It's always fun to see countries who haven't really shown up to country-based tournaments popping up here. So I like it. It's fun stuff. Next up, a team that Knots is not familiar with. It is Team Sweden.
I'm gonna need help on this
Captain.
one.
I'm gonna let you handle this one, Knots. You go.
Okay, well, it's yours truly, Knots.
Who?
I mean, yeah, I feel the same way. It's
What?
Okay.
What just happened?
Couch.
What?
Phelan, Felrion, Grippe, Nesnan, Saika, and Tony. It is, I mean, it's the best the Swedish roster has looked in a World Cup for a very long time. It's, I think, in terms of how competitive we are, there's a lot of known names, there's a lot of staple names. I don't know. I believe in my team, but in 3WC, I went the route of, you know, kind of, I guess, shoot for the moon, you'll land in the stars with my prediction, and tried to... Basically, because I felt that the team was not terribly... didn't really believe in themselves, and I felt like, you know, maybe, like, you can actually push higher, you know? In this one, I feel like the move is to just be reasonable about things, so I will put our team in B and say that we could potentially do more, but that it will take something from the team to go further. It's, I think, is the reasonable take. I think it goes without saying, just looking at the names on the roster, if you're familiar, that we're a hidden roster. It's, I don't know, there's a lot of people who can play hidden competently on the roster, and it's like a clear strength. Maybe a bit weaker on DT, probably a notable weakness, but I think covering pretty much anything solidly, and we can field rosters that have FC potential on, you know, pretty much every player for a lot of stuff. So I think we're pretty good.
We
I agree with you.
What about notable speed player Couch?
Yeah,
True.
Couch,
And
my
tons
favorite
of
tapping player,
history.
especially after being at uni in Scotland for a year with a laptop that has completely unplayable Osu. He still made the team though. In spite of all this time, he still made the team. Like, so he's still good. He still can't tap though. No way.
There's so much history on your roster. You have like Saika, Couch,
Yeah.
Valrion, lots of longtime players, Tony Reno
Yes.
as well. And then you also have like the prodigal son in Phelan, who's just looking
Yes.
so
Yeah,
good
yeah.
as of late. So I think this team, I pretty much agree with you. Like you guys can surely
push
like
further.
push. You can push hard, but like B is like reliable. Like you guys will
Yes,
probably
B is
do
the
that.
reliable expectation. That's the reasonable expectation. It's also, I want to say specifically in Saika, to Saika in chat, I am absolutely a believer, but only to the extent that it's actually reasonable, you know? I'm not going to have blind faith and just put us in S for memes. Like, I know that's kind of what you're supposed to do, right? In these things, your country comes up, you just slam them in S immediately, but no. Let's
All right,
be
I'm
real
gonna.
here.
No,
I
I'm
did
cutting
though.
knots
I
off.
don't
He's
give a
being a
fuck.
doomer, man. I'm gonna say something about the Swedish team because Sweden is always a country that like I feel like I've known more about and just been ingrained into for a while now. At least notably Saika and Couch, two players that I have played with very frequently and have been friends with for at least the better part of 5 or 6 years now coming in. I know exactly what they're capable of. I know what's happening with that, part of the roster. And despite the fact that Couch is definitely not in the form that he was, I would say, 2 or 3 years ago, he's definitely, if he's showing up for a tournament, he'll show up. He's ready to go if he's signing up for stuff again. Tony Reno is a great hidden player overall. He's going to be such a strong force to have with experience on this roster as well. Felrion, great speed player, great stamina player. He's ready to pick up on those mechanics maps across the board as well. And of course, there's Phelan. I see almost, I don't know how to put this. I see a lot of like myself in Phelan. I see like the consistency. I see the type of player that I wanted to be when I was playing in 4-Digit World Cup back in 2020. And I think they have the opportunity to be so good for this roster. Take some of that experience that they had coming into this and kind of really bring this roster forward across the board. Again, very consistency oriented, good hidden, good double time some places, maybe even a little bit of hard rock thrown in occasionally. There's good stuff from all of this roster. So there's my sleeper Sweden knowledge that I have.
Okay, Chiller, you changed my mind. We're S tier actually. Yeah. That's
so
happening.
In it to win it, baby.
It's happening.
I'm saying top 8 Sweden. I'm going in for it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
No, I'll also say anyone who knows Nesnan whatsoever, remember to pester him to play Osu. Just important stuff.
I'm trying to see if there's anyone else on this roster that I've seen before. Oh wait, Gripe. Did I see?
Gripe is
No,
an up and comer.
you didn't-
He's like
They didn't play OMS, did they?
Gripe has an OMS badge.
That is where. Oh, I do know their name then. Oh, I know more of this roster. Good speed players. Wait, you said they didn't have speed. Wait.
Wait, no.
This captain doesn't know what he's talking about.
No. Come on now.
Dude.
I'm trying to be reasonable and with respect to the other teams in the tournament, especially that there's potential. I was very careful with my wording as well. There's potential weakness. I'm always, I go a little bit lawyer mode. I'm always rather particular.
4D chess.
I trust Nuts to bring this roster to
Also,
a top
I'd love
8
for
finish.
people to underestimate us.
I trust you.
Very happy to. So
Knots will bring this roster to top 8. I believe in him. This is real. Knots is a good player too. We didn't talk about Knots at all. Good player.
yeah. Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
I guess.
Someone's got to talk about it.
I can't, I can't be here tooting my own horn. It's just.
Oh, you totally should have done that. All right.
You should have.
Yeah.
That
All
you
right.
should have been like that Knots guy. He's gonna be the hyper carry man.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, that's Sweden in top 8 across the board for us. And after taking 17 hours on it, the long-awaited Singapore gonna come up next. Known players on this roster again. Captain Megamic, joined by Dawnwing, Grantorio, GS Blank, Hecatea, Inquisitives, Qstronaut, or Astronaut, I guess, depending on how you pronounce it, and Wick. That's a good roster. I like
John
this
Wick?
roster.
Yeah.
John Wick?
Team Singapore trying to run back their second place, maybe go even further this year. I believe they're missing one of their major players. They're missing Lost Light, unless there was a name change. But
Nope, there's no he's not playing. He said he wasn't playing.
no Lost Light. That is a massive
Yeah.
loss for the Singapore team. But other than that, they're keeping a lot of their core. They still have Megamic. They still have Dawnwing, GS Blank, and I believe Wick was also on the team last year as well. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to run it back. Obviously, still an extremely strong roster that you have to expect a lot from, but I don't know if I put them up to the same caliber they were in last year, unless Megamic and GS Blank just crank it up to 100, or one of their depth players really manages to shine. But I'm not too familiar with their game.
Yeah, they're missing a GT as well.
Missing Moose Pie, bro.
There are Moose
Where's
Pie's
the
been
Moose?
missing.
Where's my
Moose
mouse
Pie's been
only?
missing since like
Man.
2020, bro.
Come on.
Dawnwing is a good player too. Actually, we should give some credit to
Dawnwing
Dawnwing.
is really good,
being
yeah.
a very, very solid player on this roster here. I like
I'm
what
gonna
I see
do
from
some
Singapore.
more.
Out of a
That
lack
Lost
of
Light.
knowledge, I might just, hedge and go B. But honestly, Singapore with the result from last year and strength of the players that I do know, country in general, I don't know. They could potentially be an A tier even. In fact, I might just be blundering, but
Mhm,
I'm a
for
Mega
sure.
Mick believer.
It's tough.
the inclination is to go B for me. But
Yeah,
I'm
same
gonna-
here.
I'm gonna go B. I think GS Blank is still an extremely well-rounded carry level player. Megamix very good as well. Qstronaut I've played with also good, and Dawnwing's been pushing stuff here. So Inquisitive's very good player as well. I don't want to kind of go over that.
yeah, the problem is there's certain names where you look at the name and you're like, oh, they're good, but I can't say anything about them. It's like
Yeah, same.
I don't really know the details. So
Fair.
There's not
Very
much to say. I think it's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah,
Singapore certified good team.
Good
Yes.
tournament countries put out good tournament rosters.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna put that on a
Acceptable.
shirt and send it to you, Miles.
Amen. You know where I'm at.
Let's go. All right. That's Singapore. Good for them. Looks like a top 8 for us from them for now. It's going to be Slovakia up next. Familiar faces. Captain
Here's
Tikef,
Tikef.
joined by Fishes, Seam, Dougie, Pete X, Roni484, Sevied, and Zex. This is a
This is just about the
certifiably new
best-
roster.
It's just I recognize Pete X and Tukef. That's
No Ranolka, no Igor, no Teneditz Telki. Interesting. Very
Ranolka
interesting.
missed the register button. Okay.
What?
No, dude, that's so unlucky.
What a silly
How?
man.
How? Like how's this still happening?
That
Tikev,
happened.
can you tell Hernolka
happened to
that I'm
US
mad
last
at
year.
him
This
now?
has to be the single easiest tournament to sign up for ever.
Tell
You literally,
Hernolka I'm
literally
sad.
click a button. That's all you do. But yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad for him. Tell him I'm sad for him. That's tragic.
That happened to
actually.
WarpsCon last year for Team US. He signed up for a tryouts lobby, but then didn't actually sign up for the tournament.
I remember that. That's tragic.
It's unfortunate, but it does happen. I'd be very, very sorry for Slovakia. Hranolka is a very long-time player for Slovakia across World Cups. I believe
Yeah.
OWC player as well, but honestly, on this roster, I can't speak much of it apart from Tikev, that long-standing carry for Slovakia, but I don't know if they qualify.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love my man Tikev, but this is gonna be an uphill battle for you, my friend. This is a rough
It is
one.
an uphill battle.
Very uphill battle. I believe it's possible though. As much as I'm putting them down there, I think there's potential there. And it rides on Tikev FCing every single map. But
True.
Yeah.
that aside, yeah. good luck with that, man. Best of luck. Good stuff from Slovakia though. Potential here. Next up, it's gonna be Thailand, captained by Lesperry,
Oof.
joined by Chests, Salvatore, Phantasma, Shantat, Dry Noodle, Yoroshi, and Rize.
What a roster.
Is Deppy out of range?
Yeah, he's like
I
right
I
seven.
believe
Yeah.
Deppy is out of
Oh,
range.
972. Damn.
Oh, so
that's
close.
so unlucky.
That is, yeah. I think that would have been like.
Oh,
so
definitely, it's
insane.
like almost A tier, bro. Like they can just 48
yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
yeah.
tournament.
Yeah,
It's-
Lesperry, Chess, Phantasma, that might be one of the scariest triples. or
I'm
trios.
concerned about the depth. For
Yeah,
this
I
roster.
think.
It's I'm very concerned about that. I know Les Perry. I mean, Les Perry is just so fucking insane. I cannot believe how good he is. And then Chests is also an up-and-coming player I've been seeing around in 4-digit tournaments, but I don't know about the rest of this roster. I've seen Salvatore and Phantasma, like the names before. I think they were on OWC, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know how high I can go for Thailand here. I'm like, especially earlier on in the tournament, you're not going to be able to rely on the Les Perry solo carry to just crush teams. Like, that's not going to happen. So
They
Hard to see
qualified
for me.
last year. It's a tough decision. They're missing Minecrafter as well.
That guy quit the game.
Yeah.
Anymore.
It's
I mean,
just
Les Perry
tough.
will match cost Warrior. He will be top match cost and maybe still lose.
It's
I don't know.
it's gonna have to be like Lesperry, Phantasma, Salvatore, probably.
Chess is their other
And
star
Chess.
player.
Chess
Yes,
is by far the
yes.
second best player.
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Chests is quite good.
All right. So, how many teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 14, 16.
I'll say they might be better, and I'm just not aware of it on some of the unknown players on the roster. But I mean, we all know how
It's-
good Les Perry is. So.
It's tough for me. We still need 4 non-qualifying teams left, and this is tough for me. 30th last year.
I mean, we can work it out later. I think personally at least the like personal tier lists can just be, you go hard for the
Fun
independent
stuff.
before, and then we fix the combined.
Well, you guys think they're making some serious improvement here. Wait, am I just sitting out here? Am I missing out?
I
but you don't say
I
they
think-
qualify. That's
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
You guys thinking they're gonna half their seed?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the team got like triple times better actually.
Yes, the team is much better.
It's not comparable last year. Like,
Yeah. I actually believe that. I think
Alright.
Chests is a very different player.
that guy's like unironically like I think he can give less run for the money in match cost. Like that guy performs insanely well every match. Like, and he plays every map almost as well.
I will admit I literally know nothing about the new Thailand players, so
Oh, let's
you
say it's
know,
broken.
I'll let
That's
you
all you
guys.
need to
Yeah,
know.
I'll let,
Oh,
I
if
know.
you
Oh,
don't
I know
know-
Lesperry. I know
Yeah,
Lesperry's
yeah.
broken. Yeah.
No, chess is just
But
let's play with 5k. That's what you need to know.
All right. Well, again, I know, like, I 100% know Lesperry. I know Salvatore. I know Phantasma, but it's like I admittedly just know nothing about the other 5 players.
I mean,
here.
it's
I've been
fair.
under
I
a
think
rock.
Thailand is very much new onto the scene as a tournament country. It's yeah, it only
All right.
had like the couple of players. before.
You've convinced me. I shall. Considering I have no knowledge, I will move them up to qualifies at least because I believe in opinions. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. Good Thailand team. I like it. Next up,
Alright.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Ooh, it's a
Egemen
Shakiro.
Bizarmus, let's go!
Captain Egemen Bizarmus, Yevi
Wait, this team
Liver,
is good.
Kara Elmas,
Team is
Orke,
This
quite
team is
good.
good. This
Podo
Orke's
Mono
on, dude.
22, and Rose Saidi. I like Orke, I like Egemens, and I like Shinkiro. Good players.
I feel like I mean, this is yet another team where I know names, but I don't really know their skill sets, so I can't say
Same.
much more. But honestly, like the names I'm seeing is telling me this is a pretty decent roster. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm willing to. I probably just put them in qualify at least. That's I definitely think they qualify.
I think I do too. I like how Turkey usually looks out of qualifiers. They normally show up pretty well.
I agree.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think, is that it? Yeah. Consensus.
Yeah,
Achieved.
good,
Yes.
good,
Yeah.
good job, Turkey. All right,
Good
next
job,
up,
Turkey.
it's Taiwan.
Noriko!
Captained by Sheena Noriko, joined by Diastrophism, Imokora, Neko Kamui, Nice Nature, Ruyaya, Spines Knight, and Tomo-chen. Spines Knight, like, single-handedly demolished our roster in 2020 on multiple maps, so I'm, like, immediately sticking Taiwan in top 16.
I'm. I think. I think I might even put them B for. You know, I believe. hard
Actually,
in
yeah,
the
top 8
independent
might
core.
actually be...
I definitely believe in this Taiwan.
Yeah,
roster.
you know what, I'm going top 8
I
too,
think
actually.
for Taiwan, it's always a rough case because I feel like, at least in the last 3 years, we've expected a lot of them across a lot of rank ranges. I feel like since 3WC, I think 21, which they won, they haven't really been performing in too many places. Much as I love Noriko, I've played a bunch of tournaments with him, extremely consistent when he wants to be. I just haven't been seeing him play too much as of late. I'm playing a BOB with Diastrophism right now. That guy is extremely good,
Yeah,
as well as
Di-
Imokora.
Diastrophism is cracked.
I think Imokora is the best player. Right
Imokora
now.
never
Yeah.
washes,
Or
ever.
it's
He has
Spines
never
Knight. It might
washed,
be Spines
ever.
Knight.
I think
No,
a lot of it
Spines Knight
depends
has always been the best.
on how good Sheena Noriko and Spines Knight are playing. I feel like if both of them are firing at all cylinders with Imokora and Diastrophism, as well as Neko Kamui, who's been active for a while as well, I think this team can do a lot. Probably B tier in my opinion, but I think a lot of it will depend. I think on the players we don't know, and 2, obviously, as I mentioned, Sheena Noriko and Spines Knight. Are they going to be performing at their top?
Oh, Nice Nature is Jack Chen.
Hmm,
And Yuibot.
that's Yuibot. Okay.
Yes, okay.
That's a good
So
player.
more good players showing up with name changes here. I guess the only notable switch for them this year is that they don't have Bitcoin, who is a fairly decent player.
Bitcoin's good, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the most notable player they're missing, but I think everything else here has been a pretty solid upgrade for Team Taiwan this year. And they placed top 5 last year. So
Let's go Taiwan. I'm always rooting for my boy Noriko. Please win.
real. Sheena Noriko.
I love Sheena Noriko.
All right, so it looks like we have 3B, and Chiv has yet to decide.
I'll put it in right now. I'm just thinking about how I want to rearrange everything else.
No,
decided.
take your time. Take your time.
It'll be a while.
B method. All right. Well, it looks like they're sitting at B for now. So good stuff
Yeah.
from Taiwan. We're moving on to the Ukraine. My man Magnata Gamer 123 is captain, joined by Crimea,
No.
Kirby Twister, NN4, OQ Poma, Suzori, and Unevil. This is
5 team.
one of the best
Dude.
Ukraine rosters I've seen in a while. Like even despite Kug not being here.
Or no Kogan is as well.
Unless Kug is like one of these name changes or something. OQ is Sharitori. Okay, so that's a
Yeah.
player that I thought I didn't know that I do know.
I think Nebainot is the best player on this team. That guy, she's really good at the game. Like really insane improvement recently.
Kirby Twister is demonic. Kirby Twister is a very good stream player. Kirby Twister has, I believe, if I'm not thinking of a different player, has like a Tesseractual Gateways play as a like deep 4-digit, which is insane.
I think this is a hard C for me. This team is like really good, but I don't see them scratching, I think, the tier that the B teams are on. But obviously, these players are really good. You guys just mentioned they can prove us all wrong.
Poma's amazing. I just go for Magnata, honestly.
Yeah,
my
that's my
man's
boy.
gotta be top 16 there. Big stuff from them. So it
I'm
looks
a
like
believer in Poma.
real Poma's good too.
She'll change it for sure, I think. But we'll see.
So it looks like C for them for now, at least.
Okay.
Next up,
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
the country that we often talk about that has fallen short the past few 4WCs. It's the United States, and this is Miles' turn for this one.
The United States of
yo.
America. We've got KB, we've got Arco, Batball, Conrad, Mitten, Cryptocurrency, Flamesteer, Rhythm Game, and Twilight. You may be asking, why don't they have Miles? Why is Miles not there? Well, you know why? They are 8 players who are better than Miles. This team is fucking ridiculous, and they are going to win this tournament harder than OWC 2019. This team is fucking sick, and I want you all to just spam this shit in S rank right now. Boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
boom, boom.
I look. Yeah.
This is what you should have been, Knots.
I thought
This
about
is what
it.
Knots should have done.
Knots, you should have done it.
I mean, no. Look. I got a different approach. Also, my team is not the best team in the tournament. Okay, so calm down. It's a
How
little bit of a
dare
different
you.
situation. It's
TNQ immediately, I believe.
I have one thing I have to say about this roster. This is the most offset I think I have ever been from like the selection and goings of a United States roster for 4WC in at least 3 years. And I just have one player to talk about, and it's Gaby. Gaby is my hero. He is the best player on this roster. He is the captain for so many different reasons that I can't even name, and I'm sorry I'm not mentioning you with this, Conrad, right now, even though I love
Rhythm
you.
Game? Rhythm Game?
Or
What?
Rhythm Game. Here's what I'm talking about, Gaby.
Rhythm Game
I-
is
Gaby-
fucking OWC tier, dude.
Gaby gave me his area 2 weeks ago, right? Hear me out. He gave me his area 2 weeks ago. And I immediately started playing better. I don't know what it was. This man has the secrets. He is the Lord. He is the best. He will demolish every player in this tournament single-handedly with his bare fist, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. There's my message to the world. Gaby is coming for you, and you cannot stop him.
I'll give the in-depth though, the serious one this time. I gave the hype speech. Now
serious.
I'll give the serious one now that this is probably the most well-rounded USA roster that has ever been fielded in 4WC. Everyone on this team has a really direct role, and no one is kind of just left to dry. Like you have someone to look to for literally every skill set. Obviously, you look at something like a hidden map, you have Gaby, you have reading, you can throw Gaby, Batball, Conrad. Like, who's beating that roster? Speed, you've got Rhythm Game, Batball, Flamesteer, like Arco, like that's an extremely good speed roster. Rhythm Game probably going to be looked to as the carry player, but I really think that everyone here has the ability to FC any map that they will ever be put in for in this tournament. I believe our tryouts was probably one of the hardest ones any country put out, and we had FCs on many different players. I think Twilight, if you aren't familiar with Twilight, he FC'd 3 maps in our tryouts. A 7.5-star pool. That guy is really freaking good. Cryptocurrency, a guy I haven't mentioned, also known as RNG_. Really dynamic player, can play a lot of different skill sets. Probably going to be looked to mostly for his aim and his gimmick prowess, but can fill Hard Rock if you need him. And Conrad Mitten, of course, he's the last remaining of the old guard for USA 4 digits. He's never played 4WC before. He's been active for longer than basically anyone in the 4-digit scene probably right now. When it comes to 4-digit tournaments, been playing actively in them since like 2018 or 2017, and has always been a stalwart. You can have him in the lobby. You know you're going to get a good score on a lot of maps. And you've got the newcomer in Batball coming up from 5WC last year. He was USA's best player in that tournament, and he has skyrocketed onto the scene, winning a lot of different tournaments and even beating Rhythm Game in a set in in Star Spangled Osu tournament, which was the 1v1 tournament for 4-digit USA players. And if I'm calling Rhythm Game the hyper carry and Batball beat him in a set, you know that guy is fucking amazing. And that's not to talk about players like Arco and Flamesteer, who have been extremely consistent on Hard Rock and Speed for a really long time. I think this team is fucking winning, guys.
I want to say two things. Firstly, when we talked about Room and we said that you need to play to match him, what if you need to match 4 players every map?
Yeah.
Like, that is the feeling against this roster. Secondly, I talked about one player in particular. I think that everyone talks about Gaby and like Rhythm Game, obviously, and Twilight. I think the 3 most obvious players in this current meta, but I think the most slept on player from Improvement is actually Flamesteer. I think this guy has gotten 3 times better than the first time I saw him play in tournament.
He's
And
so
I think
fucking good now.
he's gonna be absolutely crazy in the summer. He's so dedicated as well, and I think that it's really important to shout him out because I have a lot of faith in him.
He set an 880 PP score
He has
like,
his
last
800
night.
PP.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
he
what
FC'd,
did he do?
He FC'd Glory Days Hard Rock last night. While we were playing Bean Battles, we were screaming in VC, and he just FC's Glory Days. He unmutes and he's like, guys, I got an 800. And we're like, fuck?
Me when your first 800 is almost a 900. Jeez.
Yeah, literally. He's so fucking good.
What a player.
Alright, I think I literally turned my brain on autopilot and started talking about these players.
Did I say I love Conrad already? I love Conrad.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he's pretty sick.
Dude,
Let's go.
with you know who I had to try out though, dude? I wish Araxe played 4WC once. Vengeance.
Fair.
The
Very fair.
vengeance was me not being on the team this year. That's what it was. I apologize, Araxi.
Very cool stuff. United States, a mildly adequate roster. We expect decent things from them this year. And last, but surely not least, it is Team Vietnam, captained by Wal, joined by Freedom, Boy Delot, and Esther, Hotcat 190, Real Shin, Sky, Arrow, and Uichan. I actually recognize a few players on this
This is
roster.
an easy qualify, I think.
Yes,
Real
I like
Shin,
it. I
Wall.
like this.
Freedom, Yu-Chen. It's really good. Sky Arrow.
I
Yeah.
don't know where they qualify, but I think they do.
It's yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. That's it. That's it.
One of those.
I think that they're really good players. If you guys already don't know them, very like Yui-Chan is like this guy's like very well known at this point. Plays in almost every Vietnam tournament and also makes an appearance in a lot of open rank tournaments as well.
Real Shin is well a
Yeah.
name I've seen quite a few times. Very good player.
He's really good.
I don't have
That's
anything
good,
to
yeah.
say about this team.
Yeah, good
I
roster.
recognize Uichan and Sky Arrow, but I don't really know what they play.
I think
I'll
we need
agree
to
with
move
the whole thing.
Germany to combine 8 here because I think almost everyone
We are-
is.
Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
need to move some stuff around. But that's every single team. That is the initial roster.
Do we really want to stream the fixes or do you want to like?
No,
Let's do
I
quick
think.
fix. Why don't we do a quick fix?
Yeah, let's keep it at a clip.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take 5 minutes right now, guys. We're gonna go from we're gonna go through the combined list, and let's just see if there's anything that anyone is concerned about or thinks we should move. Just as a quick starter, there is only 15 teams and do not qualify, which means that we do actually need to move at least 6 more teams down there. So, or even, is it more than that? No, I think it is 6 teams. Yes, it is 6 teams we need to move down to do not qualify. So that's our first job.
I mean, I would move down Colombia because I think that they have 1 player.
I'm okay
Is that
with
fair?
this.
How do you
I'm
feel?
okay with
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Okay. Colombia.
Yes.
I would also like to say that while I believe in players like Peachy for Saudi Arabia, I do think the chances of a 1-player carry in a tournament with this level of competition is very difficult.
It was 2 with Ice Never Open.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah, it was 2, but
Fair. I wonder if
we're
they're are they
moving
just gonna
down
pull a
teams-
turkey? Are they gonna pull a turkey from like OWC and just go like 32?
I mean,
Oh, so
yeah,
tough.
I don't know. I think if we're moving down teams, I think Saudi Arabia is certainly on the chopping block. It's I
Wait,
I
we
think
should be
that's
moving.
fair.
Yeah, we also gotta think about like we should probably move down teams from the top first, so then we can see like afterwards, right? Because like we need to see how many spots you have per like each section.
Is there
'Cause
any? Well, yeah, that's why we're starting at the bottom so that it like frees up just to cycle them down. Is there anything above a D that we think drops all the way down to an F?
No.
Absolutely not.
So let's
I don't
yeah.
think
So I
so.
think
No.
we need 4 more teams to not qualify here. These are the tough decisions that you never like to make.
I would go Israel, Switzerland.
I would go Turkey as well. They didn't qualify last year.
I think
Yeah.
Turkey over. Actually, maybe it's hard to say.
I think
Actually,
Turkey
was
over
Turkey?
Portugal.
Did Turkey make huge improvements? Am I thinking of another
I
team?
think the Turkey team is
Oh.
probably almost certainly much better. The Turkey roster actually looks pretty good. I would
Okay,
definitely
yeah,
put
Turkey is
Portugal
fine.
down over. I would go Portugal, Switzerland, Israel, and then I start to not be as confident. I think Austria. Actually, yeah, Austria. Austria is the one that doesn't qualify for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty with you there.
Yep. How's everyone else feeling?
I'm feeling great right now.
Excellent. Okay.
I actually
Yeah.
I actually don't really have much of an idea for
So let's
for this tier of team.
Let's just move
let's-
them down then.
yeah, let's shift down a couple of these. I'll do Portugal there.
Oh yeah.
And then there's Switzerland, and then Israel is the last one here.
Just do that, and then maybe
All right.
like that.
So that's our DNQ slots filled up here. And I guess we've got duplicates here in the qualifies here. Duplicate of the Philippines there. All right, now we're good. All right. So that is DNQ. Now qualifies.
Yeah, I mean, isn't
We need
this,
to move 8 teams down into qualifies. We need 8 teams down.
8 teams.
8.
Okay.
I would move Argentina and UK and Indo.
Yeah, UK has to go down, I think, as well.
I agree.
Yes, UK goes down.
I think
I
Spain might
would
also have to go down.
I would personally move. Wait, I don't want to make sure I'm not going to
Spain,
say
maybe?
the wrong thing here.
Yeah, I think it's Spain, though.
Yeah.
Spain.
I mean, Spain, UK, Argentina.
So let's switch. So UK we've agreed on. Spain we've definitely agreed on. So there's 2.
I say then Argentina and maybe Ukraine.
Ukraine is so hard for me to say. I don't know, like,
I thought Indo, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's-
Indo.
oh. this is getting
I look.
impossible.
I personally, at least, I am more familiar with the Indonesian roster. That's why I might be a bit biased in favor of them. On the Ukraine roster, I frankly am only familiar with Magnata Gamer. So. That's my bias. But do we agree on Argentina at least? Or
I think who was on Argentina again? That's a toughie. I would.
I don't believe.
No, I don't actually.
I'll-
You know, I think Argentina's good in 16. Honestly, they have
Okay,
a better
okay.
roster than last year, in my opinion. You know, I'm gonna get a little hate for this, but I wonder if Excurito is gonna be able to drag Brazil to a top 16.
With Checha.
No,
and,
he
like,
probably
other strong
can.
teams?
No, I
No,
think
okay.
Brazil was one of the
Yeah,
lost to me
he
in this
probably
one.
can.
Yeah,
Brazil,
you're
Brazil
right.
has a
I'm
roster.
I'm
they're
just
fine.
trying to like grab at straws here right now.
I
There's
mean,
gotta be.
you're-
I guess it is Ukraine then. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd
yeah.
be, if you don't want to move
Yeah.
Indonesia down, I'd move Ukraine down.
I agree.
Mainly because although I think Oma is like easily a top 5 player in this bracket, I guess like and Magneta Gamer, like the rest. I don't even remember who else is on the team actually. I'm trying to think.
I agree though, because they missed qualifying last year, and their roster, while it is better, every other team has also seemed to kind of like stay pretty solid across the board.
I mean, we're moving them down then. It's Then one
Yeah.
more.
Is
Yeah,
one.
It's gotta be Indo, bro.
Yeah, I
unless, like,
really think it's Indo. Unless you want to move
yeah.
them
then,
Finland.
like unless you think no,
I've-
it's not. I don't think it's Finland.
I can't.
It's
do
not
Finland in my
Finland
right mind.
categorically.
Yeah, no way.
It's not Finland.
I don't.
has- it's-
Finland does
I mean,
not
it's
drop
either
from top 8
Argentina
to
or-
out of the top
Argentina or
16.
Indonesia.
Yeah, Arge or Indo. Flip a coin.
I would, looking at rosters, I would do Indonesia simply because I think they have a new.
Okay, I mean, there's
roster.
consensus then. I disagree, but there's 3 like who said it, so that's it.
I think we do need to move more down to qualifiers too. Anyway,
Isn't this
we have 20 teams in C or above right now. That's too many? We need 4 more down.
Yeah, from top 8.
We need. No, we need 4 more out of C through S.
Okay.
So we need 4 more in D. Oof.
4 more in D, huh?
I mean, I guess that means that Argentina drops if that was our next choice.
Yeah.
So I guess that's 1.
We
more
definitely have way
down.
too many in B.
We do have a lot in B.
I mean, yeah, here comes the hard choice. Hard choices here.
Right, because at this point, it's like these teams are all fantastic, but it's who performs best under qualifier scenario.
I think the only team that comes to mind immediately is, probably move down is Hong Kong.
Yeah, I think the second part of Hong Kong is
Yes.
much weaker than the first.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the first one that comes to mind. Move down to C. At least.
I agree. Good stuff, I guess. We need one of those A-seeded teams needs to come down too.
Well, I mean, I think it probably is.
I think it's Netherlands in my mind.
That one's the hope though. I'll keep it on my personal list.
I think they're
Yeah,
a
it's
fantastic
definitely on my personal
roster.
list.
Yeah, personal's the same, but that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, they moved down. Then.
Yeah. Dude, this is so hard. Also, the finish stream has lasted 3 hours.
I mean,
Well, that's short.
Thank you all for sticking around.
That's what it's like.
Well,
That's what it's like doing all
let's
this.
speed through this a little bit. So Netherlands
yeah.
goes down. I think that's an easy switch, and I believe we said Hong Kong goes top
Yes.
16, so that's one
Yes.
more.
Japan might
in-
move down into qualifies. That's
I would say if we move Japan down, I would also move Finland down and Brazil. I think all 3 of those teams are kind of on the same level for me.
I don't know. I think Thailand has to be. Thailand does not have depth. Thailand moves down first, in my opinion. But
That's fair, I guess. That's the 4, because I don't think I could ever move Russia down like willingly to
Yeah, me
a
neither.
bottom 16.
Thailand moves down, even though I'm
All
not
right.
sure about that, but
I'm not either.
I have more faith in the teams above them. So yeah.
All right, so is that our 4? Are we decidedly everyone except for Russia and Hong Kong doomed to 32s?
Deal.
All right.
Deal, sure.
That is, we need to move 5 teams now down in order to make this the way it needs to be. I think
I would move down China. I don't think the Chinese roster is particularly.
Oh, Z numbers is crazy, but
Look. Yes, but still.
Oh,
It's like
we do-
I literally played Terry recently in a tournament, and he's not.
Wait.
okay.
Shadoos just told me we moved 1 too many down.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If we moved 1 too many down, then move Finland back up easily.
All right, Finland. I agree.
Finland is just easy move back up.
We're being speedy boys. All right, good stuff. Now we move. No, we still move teams down. Okay.
I still think we still have too many. There's like 2. We gotta move 1 down.
No, there's 16 in top 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
No,
13,
this-
14, 15, 16.
Wait, really?
Fine.
Is it just 7 plus 7 plus 3? Or just 17?
Oh,
For
do we need one
qualifiers?
more down in DNQ then? Maybe
That's
because
21.
it's 7 per row, so there is 17 in in qualifies. There is 3 more in C, which is 20. There is 10 more in B, which is 30, and then there's 33 in top 3 with that. So we need one more to go down to DNQ.
One more down in DNQ. I mean, that's probably Philippines or Vietnam for me.
I would say Vietnam over the Philippines, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
But Vietnam,
I mean-
yeah.
Go for that then.
Sorry for breaking the sheet, everyone.
Yes.
It's going down.
We'll
right.
worry about that later.
All right. Now we make tough decisions for B. I personally think the first team I would move down here is going to be... I lied. I don't actually know who the first team I would
I
move
mean,
down
my
is.
Norway.
my take is China. I
Chile.
think that in spite of the strength of some players, I think there are 4 players on the Chinese roster. That
Yeah,
are not
it's China.
really
He's right.
good.
He's
I
right.
agree.
It's easily China.
All right, China's good. I would also say Chile.
Yep, I agree.
I agree with
opinion.
that. And then next I
Yeah.
would go either go Poland or Norway next.
Yep.
Maybe Taiwan.
Yeah.
Poland.
Probably Norway, IMO.
I would say Norway.
I'm thinking Norway right now.
I would say why don't we just Norway and Poland? We need 2 more down.
Yeah.
If those
I mean,
are our next 2 options.
there appear to be consensus on that. I actually think that Poland is quite good. I personally, I feel like it's.
I think they're fantastic too, but
You think that they're better than Korea?
Oh, actually, Korea's Korea, so no. It's
We need to move
Alright.
one more down, by the way. So like,
we need 1 more down. That's right.
I mean, it can't be Germany, Netherlands. Like, it's got to be
Singapore.
Taiwan.
It's
bro.
gotta
It
be
has to
Singapore,
Taiwan.
Sweden.
Singapore or Korea.
Singapore, Taiwan,
Oh,
Sweden, I guess.
Yeah, it's Singapore, Taiwan. Isn't it Singapore, Taiwan? Move Poland back up, like.
I think. I mean.
I don't know if you move
potentially,
Poland
yeah.
back up.
Yeah.
So you want to switch Korea and Poland or Taiwan?
No. Singapore, Taiwan go down, and Poland goes up. Goes back
So
up.
Singapore down, Taiwan down, Poland goes
Yeah.
back up. And then
Okay,
we...
Okay,
All right.
that's the list. There we
Good
go.
stuff.
Finally. Okay.
Fun.
Jesus
Thank you,
Christ.
everyone. We appreciate
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Oh my god, what a
Thank you
long
all
ass
for
stream.
watching.
Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Good showcase, good predictions. We have been the goons for 3 hours sitting playing predictions. We hope you've enjoyed. We hope you will return next week for the round of 32 showcase, and then the week after that will be the round of 32.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
Yay! Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.